Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's good to see all you guys here, man. What is going on, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you as usual. Let me see. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Michael, what's up, dude? Oops, click there. Yeah, guys, wait till you see this broad, right? She's bragging about having 7 kids, right? John Carlo, what's up, man? Red Door, how's it going? Whiteout's here. Ray's Eyes here, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, as usual. There we are. Oops. Captain Palsy's here. Laughing Man's here. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Guys, I dropped this story in the Discord. Where is it? It's about the chicks that crashed their car. Hold on. Where did I put it? Hold on, guys. There it is. Guys, let's check this out first, because I'm gonna do a video on this. But guys, this story is pretty hilarious, right? I mean, damn. Hold on. Here we go.
Developing right now in Lake County, Florida Highway Patrol says this video is at the center of their investigation into a deadly crash over the weekend. Troopers claim 4 women were drinking while speeding. 3 of them died. Another is in the hospital tonight in critical condition. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth is live at the hospital in Orlando. And Randy, you spoke to the sole survivor's mother. What did she say?
Yeah, good evening to you, Luann. Spoke with her late this afternoon, and she described her daughter as a fighter, and she is certainly fighting for her life right now. As you mentioned,
isn't it crazy how they're acting like this chick's a victim? Like she got has she got cancer or something? Instead of her drunk knuckleheaded friend acting stupid and driving drunk and crashing, right? Insane.
We have video that has been confirmed by FHP that they are using as part of this investigation. I want to warn viewers that some of this video may not be appropriate for younger viewers. As FHP says, one of the women that you will see in this video is one of the women who was killed.
Look at that. 116 miles per hour in this Altima. How many people listening to Uzi the Baby Wop? How many people right? Look at this.
Speeds appearing to top 100 miles per hour.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. They're drinking in the car.
Yeah. And filming it for TikTok or something.
Clayton, what's up, dude? Yeah, Tim is right. Yeah. Your daughter's a dum-dum. You know? Look at that, man. Look at guys, where's the race card at? Hold on, let's do that.
Vehicle. Florida Highway.
Look at that drink from
Real
the bottle
classy.
in the car. Look at that. How many people is going to Hoover?
Patrol says this video is
Look at that lip piercing.
now part of their investigation into this weekend's deadly crash in Lake County.
In that vehicle, if the video ends up being exactly what our investigators are able to prove, there was a lot of distraction in that car for the
You think?
Ugh.
driver and for the other passengers.
State troopers say the crash happened early Sunday morning along State Road 19, just south of State Florian Lane. Investigators say the driver failed to negotiate a curve, ran off the road, hit a pole, and flipped several times.
Looks like a
They
pretty
say
straight
no
road to
one
me.
was wearing a seatbelt, and everyone was thrown from the Jeep.
Nobody was wearing a seatbelt. Look at that. Guys, someone called that in the chat. Who are you? Someone said they weren't even wearing a seatbelt. Where are you? Where are you? Whoever you are, shout yourself out, man. You know.
3 people.
Luke, what's up, man?
Captain
Long time.
Palsy, that was him.
Yeah, Captain Palsy. That was you, man. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, Big Sarge. Yeah, you can fix stupid. A car accident usually does.
Yeah.
Well, they won't be anyone's problem anymore, right? Right, guys?
People were killed: Kenesha Lewis, Octavia Pugh, and Shakayla Mathis. A fourth passenger, Mariah Bell.
Look at this, Rob.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Belcher is in the hospital.
My child is here, but it's 3 kids that lost their lives behind this. And I want their family to go through their grieving and not have to worry about my baby.
Mariah's mom says her daughter is still in critical condition but stable. She has a traumatic brain injury, fractured vertebrae in her neck, and suffered a spleen injury.
My whole ride from
You guys know what that means, right? Yay! That's how she's gonna be the rest of her life. All you're gonna hear is baseball. Oh man, look at that.
Alabama, all I can say is my child should live and not die. And she's fighting.
Marcia Knight says her daughter and her friends may have been leaving a party when they allegedly made the post on social media and crashed. She says it's hard watching that video and knowing a night of fun with friends ended like this.
The accountability on my half goes towards my daughter. Because if you knew this person had been drinking, you knew you guys were drinking before, there, after, why? You know what I'm saying? You know better.
FHP says they're still waiting on toxicology reports in this investigation. They also have to compare data from the vehicle to how fast the vehicle was recorded.
Remember how they said it was
video.
a curve?
Investigators are
like
also reminding
straight
you.
road.
Yeah.
They said they drove off because it was like a corner or something. It's a completely straight road. You can see the tire marks of where they. That was probably them where those dirt marks are. That was a completely straight road.
Yeah.
So they
Yep.
did.
I don't feel, guys. You know what? I don't feel bad for them. Like I said, problems like this tend to solve them themselves. You know, call me cold-hearted. You know, because sorry, but I just don't care. You know, because guys, at least they didn't take out any innocent bystanders. You know, look at that.
To wear your seatbelt. And in a GoFundMe created for Kenesha Lewis, she is described as a mom of 5, and she is remembered as a sweet and loving woman. There was another GoFundMe.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start out in like woke central. Well, snowboard. Do you guys remember the video that I did? With the lady that used to be like an Instagram thought and on Love and Hip Hop, and then she was driving drunk, and now she's all like a tard now. You know, remember that? It was a while ago. I'm trying to find that clip, but yeah, guys, look at this. Look at this. This is for all you white guys. Okay, you ready?
Oh, I'm white, you're white. We need to shut up and listen to people of color.
You hear that, snowboard? You white guys need to shut up, man. And
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some ass.
Giancarlo, you have to ask if that's a transformer.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
whatever, however they're grieving, whatever they're going through, we don't know what they're doing, so we need to shut up and listen. That's not the nicest way to ask, but that's okay. That's part of the point. It's time for us to check our privilege and not expect everyone to be nice to us all the time. It's time to just shut up and listen.
Ugh.
Ooh, snowboard. He told
Disgusting.
you. Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, don't you feel?
I'm gonna think twice
just so
now.
so much more enlightened.
You know what? He's right. I really should have listened to what those B-dubs said who just died in the car crash.
What
I
a
should really go
mess.
back and listen to what they have to say.
What a mess. Where is
Oh
this
my
one chick?
god.
Look at guys, look at this.
This the deal. And
I didn't do more Kendra G stuff. Guys, this chick has the high five. A real man will understand that I got the high five, please. What is going on,
Oh my
Jessica?
God.
What's up, man? Switzerland's in the house, man. Switzerland's in the house. You know what I mean? Guys,
She got
Switzerland's...
the high 10. She's so big.
Show me the money!
Guys, Switzerland's one of the only places that has common sense that's holding out strong in Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Poland and Switzerland. You know, so
it's before you pick me, I was like, do I really want to come on here and tell this? I'm very open, but it's okay because I'm not afraid of what people in the comments may say. My friends are very protective of me, and that's why I said I hit you up and I was like, Kendra, I need to have a private conversation with you because then I need to let you know this, that, and another, and then maybe you can see where I'm coming from. So, just to spill the tea.
Well, hold on. Here's the deal. I actually do have a private group that you could have been a part of, and we could have had a private conversation. But you're on the public platform, so just know.
listen to Kendra G's voice. Ugh, that's how she talks all the time. Just one volume, and that's loud as you
Yelling.
know what.
No, anything you say will be shared.
And guys, anyone who wants to join, so we do the first 25 minutes in the Discord. Discord members only. So guys, make sure to join the Discord. We did after hours on Sunday, guys. That was a lot of fun. So guys, we do after hours at the Discord. And then I'll drop the link to join in about 10-15 minutes for everyone else.
Share with thousands and thousands of people. So only share what you want to share with thousands of people.
And that's fine because this would be this what I'm sharing and trying to get hooked up is a stretch because I'm
Stretch marks?
HIV positive.
Disgusting.
I'm very open about being HIV positive. And I date and I get them relationships, whether they be sexual or not. And they like me for me, and then when it comes time, if we decide to have sex or whatever, it may go on for months, and then it may be I can't do this anymore.
Guys, how desperate do you have to be? Yeah, laughing at her. I saw Kendra G trying to dance at the Super Bowl, and her wig kept falling off. Guys, how down bad do you have to be? Where is this chick? Hold on, guys. This is all the woke stuff that I save on Instagram to get clips from. I need to start posting more stuff that I find on Instagram. Because you guys know that the majority of people on... Snowboard. Have you seen this?
Самый стрёмный прокол за всю свою жизнь, который я видел, это прокол века. Этот прокол вряд ли приживется. Я думаю, что его сделать чисто похайпиться.
Horrible.
Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Got her eyelids pierced. Giancarlo said, what?
This is crazy.
Guys, drop a like on the stream for
And
that,
you know
man.
that's going to become popular now that that's going to be another thing.
Disgusting. Guys, if there's two things that you can't mess with me, it's my eyes and my teeth. You know what I'm saying? I got pearly whites, man. And don't be trying to take out one of my eyes either. No, thanks. Look at that.
That's just like asking for an infection.
Ugh. Guys, I'm trying to find this one clip with this like love and hip hop rapper chick. And she's all jacked up. Because she got in a car wreck and her friends would always try and tell her to stop drinking, and then she would always yell and scream and act all crazy and hood. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here you go.
So can you talk about the assumptions that...
Oh my god.
Silly Jedi.
Her street name is Cupcake.
Yo! Whoa, why is it whenever this fool says Colin shows up?
Oh no, AJ, I've seen this clip before. You're in for a real treat. Oh,
no,
man.
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
Make about you as a couple?
Oh, they don't.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Baby,
That's actually
I'm
terrifying.
gonna butter your bread.
guys, how do we end up here? I swear to God, I don't even know how we end up here, guys. But look at this. And look at these beautiful couple. Love is love. Ugh.
They assume that we're not together. We're always overlooked at airports. They definitely assume that we're not together.
Well, if we are seated next to each other, there are a lot of times that the airline staff will assume that I'm trying to move away from him because of his size, or we will be asked by a late middle-aged heterosexual white couple that wants to sit together, and they don't realize that we are also trying to accomplish the same goal.
Out of drag, I'm a big old black man.
You don't say. Guys, what is going on?
I don't give a f about what you talk about trans these nuts, nigga. That's the last thing they would expect from me to be with Christopher.
Because my part.
Ugh, I can't anymore, guys. I'll look for like a little bit more, but I have to be able to find this one clip. I did a video on it like a while ago. Well, first of all,
Where you going? You gotta stand up. You got it.
No, you don't.
Oh god. You can tell this isn't gonna be well. Oh god.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Yo, dude, isn't that the way that aren't you supposed to throw big objects to create an explosion in the water to catch a bunch of fish at once? Where is this going on, guys?
I thought she was gonna fall right down the hillside because she could like barely stand.
It was this chick, and she was all messed up because she got in a drunk driving thing, and she used to be like, "Yeah, I was a Instagram broad, or whatever," and she's in a wheelchair, and she's all messed up. Ah, man, I can't find it, guys. Anyways, here, let's go to TikTok here, guys. And let's look at this dunderhead right here. Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. We had 80 people watching. We had 45 likes, guys. Once again, guys, you can hit hit join to be a member. All the daytime lives, guys. Most of the chats will be members only. So guys, make sure that you do hit the join button. Thanks for all you guys that are already members. Well, let's do. All right. So guys, 100 likes, 3 memberships, or 10 super chats, and we'll go to Baby Daddy TikTok. No. Actually, we'll do 3 or 4 felon TikTok. How about that? We'll do that. There we are. Okay. So as we're looking at this dunderhead right here, right? Hold on. Now,
The last couple days on social media have been a lot. Everybody is so pro-choice. Your body, your choice. I don't understand why you would have an abortion. You could have had the baby adopted. You could have carried the pregnancy. There's so many other options. Why would you do that? Right? We hear that all the time. There's other options. Choose life. Choose life.
oh, well, guys, hold on. Here you go. We'll do one more thing. Look at this.
On E and we late. She want me to stop at Chick-fil-A so she.
So this chick, yeah, she's a lesbian, and she's all like, "Oh, men are trash, men are this, da da da," and then she started dating chicks and realizes how terrible they are.
Can use
She's
the
about to
bathroom.
start beating on them.
I say, well, we can go because we late and I got to get some gas. You can go. Well, I'm going to a new gas station. You can go use their restroom. She throws a fit because I won't make a extra stop so she can go use whatever bathroom she wants to use. Forget that you making me late. Forget that I gotta get gas and I can say we can do one stop. No, she made that a big issue. And guess what the women did? That's your lady. You supposed to stop and do. You supposed to take
There you go, guys. See?
Yep.
her to a nice, pretty bathroom. So these women narcissistic.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
Welcome to the club.
Anytime that we say this, it's
how dare you,
right? Captain Paul's with the $2, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Thanks so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please.
You think that somebody is the stronger person since you look at me as a man. Because these women are not looking at me as a woman. Because the way I carry myself, the way I speak, my assertiveness.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
These women look at me as a man. So they treat me like one.
Right.
So in their mind, I was supposed to bend over backwards and take her to a special a special place to use the bathroom. To hell with me making a logical decision.
Welcome to being a man.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Welcome to being a man. Yep.
To do a one-stop shop so we can get on the road. I was the villain then. You're a narcissist. You're a narcissist. Why didn't you take your girlfriend to go use that bathroom? Wow. I said, so on E and we late. She want me to stop at Chick-fil-A.
Hold on, guys. Here, let me get the first real video this chick does. Hold on.
And you know what? I think she had a different meaning for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, right?
Get it?
Okay, here we go. I hope this song doesn't get the stream taken down. I don't think so. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'll have to pause this a bit. I hope it doesn't get the stream taken down.
Really know how to start this video. There's a lot of things about me that aren't.
Oh wait, where's her origin story? Hold on. Where she talks about having her 5 kids.
I have 4 baby daddies. I am not a stranger to dealing with confrontation or dealing with stressful co-parenting situations. Having multiple baby daddies does not have shit on being a stepmom. When I tell you, being a stepmom and having to co-parent with a bitter ass, miserable fucking baby mama is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Dealing with someone who is literally delusional, literally makes up like stories in their mind that aren't even fucking true. My baby daddies annoy the hell out of me, but nothing tops a bitter ass fucking baby mama. It doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter what you do, you will never be enough, you will never do enough, you will never do anything right.
Look at that, guys.
And the hardest part about it is the only person who suffers is that child that you love like your own, but you're not allowed to because you're just a stepmom, right? You're just a stepmom. I want to be petty and I want to just blast everything, but I can't because I have to be the better person, right? I have to be the bigger person. Do fucking better, bro. Stop treating stepmoms like shit that actually love your children and care about your children as much as they do their own.
Did you guys? Are you guys hands hurting from playing your violins, right?
And she's just saying like, "Oh, I have to deal with women actually on an equal
Yep.
playing field now," and you see how delusional they are and stuff.
Yeah, look at this. So she has. Hold on, where's her origin story?
This is another thing that I'm absolutely sick of. And
Okay, guys. Oh yeah. So there's a long story in that.
the last couple days on
Her fifth baby daddy is a chomo, dude. What? What?
this is another thing that I'm absolutely sick of, and I'm literally not going to tolerate anymore.
So guys, baby daddy number 5, who she's actually with, yeah, he's on the registry.
There's a difference between an offender and a pedo. Okay, so if you're going to call him something, at least call him the...
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Come on, man.
Well, she's certainly making it easier for him with all these kids around.
Yeah, facts.
the correct term. He was put on the registry because as an 18-year-old, he slept with a girl that he thought was older than she was. A pedo is somebody who seeks out children and who is attracted to minor children. There's a lot of words on here.
Guys. Is this the hill she wants to die on? You know what, guys, there are just certain things that just aren't even worth discussing. Like, I'm all about free speech and all, but really,
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe-
that's like people who go, oh, those Germans of a certain time period were like, you know, pretty like, nah, you can't, no, dude, no, that's not happening, dude. You know, it isn't. Or that'd be like those people who say, "Oh, the guy who's in charge of Russia, he's a pretty decent guy." Is that what you really want to try and fight the mob about? You know?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That TikTok will probably censor, so I tried to block most of them out. But you can see right here, this is my husband's psychiatric evaluation.
Can you imagine? just having this on hand, you know what I mean?
In addition, there were no findings indicative of, I don't know if I can even say that word, interest or engagement of any type of behaviors with pre-adolescents. Y'all can read that. This man's summary risk rating was found to be low risk of violence. Most of these questions also, I don't think are allowed on TikTok, but this is the big one right here. Other than as an adult, have you ever had contact with anyone under the age of 18? No. Based on the careful analysis of the charts, blah, 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 that's my husband's last name, showed no significant reaction toward the relevant questions. Specifically, he passed the polygraph examination, and as a result, was not conducted, okay? So yes, my husband was 18. He did not use good judgment. And he had consensual with somebody that was younger than they had.
That means that they can't consent, you dunderhead. It's not consensual if someone's underage. You
stupid woman.
Has all these excuses. All these excuses. Matthew says, who's going to take her to meet your mom and dad, right? Let me see. Oh, who's all here? Waterstar. Joseph's here. JD is here. Scozy's here. Scozy's in Australia. What's up, man? Guys, give him a round of applause for making it through one more day. First things in India. What's up, dude? Oliver's here. What's up, man?
Stated to him. As before.
Guys, how you gonna put his whole government name out
I know. That's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? What?
I don't even know why she's making a video about this to begin with.
You know, I used to think that like Top G and Fresh and Funky were a little bit extreme when they said to have a chick, if you're gonna get serious with her, have her delete all social media. As you know, I'm telling you, I'm starting to think that that's like a thing. You know, if you're gonna actually somewhat take a risk in letting a woman in your life, you know, in the same way that you have to make a gesture to friggin' do all the relationship stuff, she should give up her social media. You know?
Yeah.
No TikTok, no Instagram, no Facebook, no none of that.
Well, it melts their mind, but think of all the time that you save.
Yeah.
You literally save like 3 hours a day where you should be cooking me a casserole and stuff instead of doing the garbage that you're doing.
You know how many more beers you can crack open?
Yeah.
For
You can do a ton of cleaning with that extra free time that you now have.
You know, though, what shows, because remember, TikTok, Instagram and Facebook are mostly chicks, and then YouTube is mostly male.
Yeah.
You know? And then, I don't know the whole TikTok thing, but, you know, the one single moms guy? Guys, follow him on Facebook and look at the difference in his comment section. Yo, on YouTube, everyone laughs, but on Facebook, it's all these broads that are...
How dare you?
He was 18 years old. He was not 20. I don't know who started that rumor. He was not. He was 18. And he did not force her to,
It doesn't
I
matter.
know the victim. I've spoken to the victim. If I wasn't aware of all the facts in the situation, and my husband was what you're saying that he is, I would not be here. My children are safe. My children are loved by me and their dad. And whoever makes videos about us or is talking about us or whatever is literally just trying to get a rise out of everybody because they make money off this app. So they talk about other people.
Just like you do, right?
Yeah.
How about you not put your business out there for everyone? She put his whole government name out there. And now everyone knows it was Brian Austin or whatever. You know, bangs little kids.
To make stories out to be this disgusting, huge thing that it's not. I'm literally so disgusted by the things that people have said to us over the last couple weeks about my kids, about my husband, about me.
So maybe you don't put your business out there.
Yeah.
Simple.
Before you come online trying to ruin someone's reputation or ruin somebody's life, at least know the fucking facts, okay?
Please. All right, guys, hold on. There it is. Okay, here we go, guys. Buckle in for this.
I have 6 kids with 4 baby daddies.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Guys, here's the thing, right? This is what women's empowerment has got us, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, can you name, and I'm serious, can you name any positive outcomes that this feminist, womanist movement has done? Like how are women better off today than they were 70 years ago?
There's nothing.
You know what I mean? Yep.
Nothing.
Their health isn't as good. They're working more outside the home, but they're in debt. Their mental health is worse. You know, they're unhappy. They're on drugs. They're delaying marriage. They're abusing alcohol. they're dying in the workplace more, because believe it or not, there's actually chicks that might maybe they'll fall down the stairs in the office, whatever. But still,
Yeah.
like there's no positive outcomes. They're in more traffic accidents. They're being, it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense how someone can objectively look and say that women in the 60s, like in 1962, were not better off than women in 2025.
I bet their lifespan is going to be a lot lower because there's just so much more stress and everything.
Yes,
we can't
actually,
quite measure that.
Remember that? Yeah, we can, but because in the United States, the American life expectancy has actually gone down the last like 7 years. Maybe it's been like a year and a half or 2 years, but it's crazy that this is the first time in 50, 60 years that people haven't been living longer.
Yeah,
You know?
actually, I was just talking about this with my old high school buddy James. It's a large part. The reason that the life expectancy has dropped so much in the last 5 to 10 years, well, about 5 years, is because of the boomer generation. And what's happening is, first of all, as a whole, the boomer generation, they're the first generation to go into, retirement, being, obese, morbidly obese. But guess what? It's mostly the women.
Yeah,
So-
that's facts. Yep.
So what's happening is all these women, dude, just like that damn mother of mine, these women are barely making it to 70.
Yeah, yeah. They're not living; they're being kept alive. That's two different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You guys,
yeah.
put
They're
a
not
one
thriving.
in the chat if you had if your grandma was like a spry old woman. You know what I'm saying? She's like 88, 90, still working in the yard, still sewing and driving her old Cadillac or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those were the women of the silent generation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But nowadays you got boomers and Gen X. Guys, go to the nearest Walmart on like a Sunday afternoon and look at how these chicks look. They're freaking waddling down the aisles. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel bad for them. You know?
Yeah.
And guys, all this is they wanted the same outcomes as men. Here's the thing. Aha. Cook with me, guys. They wanted equal outcomes and not equal opportunities because this feminism is a communist mindset. Well, they got
pain,
it, right?
Live longer.
Think about it. They're getting all the masculine outcomes.
Yeah.
Right? Their mental health, their life expectancy, right? All the negative, they thought it was all going to be ice cream and sunshine, but all it is freaking Brussels sprouts and freaking beets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're getting all the same outcomes as men, except men we don't expect there to be nothing but good outcomes. We take the good with the bad, you know? So, and we all know things are only a problem with the government and with the news when it starts to affect women.
Yeah.
There's a loneliness epidemic. Men have been alone for a long time. Guys are out in the woods. Guys are out in cabins. Guys are homeless. But when the women start feeling lonely, all of a sudden, being lonely is more dangerous than smoking.
Cigarettes, yeah.
Absolute foolishness, man. Thornstar, what's up, man? Scott's here. Smith's here. What's up, man? Tyler, what's up, man?
4 baby daddies. You heard that right. I'm just gonna roast myself for the next 2 minutes, so I get asked every single day, who's dad? Who's this? We're just gonna give you a little rundown, okay? I'm gonna give you a little bit of the history of my awful taste in men.
She thinks this is funny, guys.
Yeah.
Right? What's this? All right. If B-dubs raise the future carjackers of America, then these chicks are raising the future meth cookers of America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is my first husband and baby daddy. I married him in 2014 when I was 18 years old. My 2 older daughters I had with him, Tegan and Olivia, and we got divorced in 2018. This is my second baby daddy, Dwayne.
He looks like kind of trash.
We had Remy together. Remy is now adopted.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine she has 6 kids and you're the one she gave away?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's probably the lucky one, actually.
Yeah, fact, yep.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. Look at that.
The drama, the lore, the insane. I literally can't even put into words the horrors that I went through with this man. Your mind would be blown if you knew what I went through with this person, okay?
Your fault.
Haven't heard from him in years. Want to keep it that way. This is, oh, wrong picture.
Haven't heard from him. She said, I haven't heard from him in years.
Years?
As you put his picture on the internet!
Yeah.
Why? 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 What is going on, man? What is going on?
Should we make a bet if the last guy is going to actually have a face tattoo? Because it might be.
Jessica says he probably sells fentanyl. But you know what, though? Here. Guys, I'm going to go out on a limb here, right? Guys, the one, like, silver lining to this cloud is this chick knew in the end that now that she's, like, 80 pounds heavier, has all these bastard kids, that a Chomo is the best she could do, you know? She didn't have these crazy, I want a high-value man or any of that. She said, hey, look, I guess he's got a job, and he'll take me on, so, you know? I mean, you can't fault her for that.
Yeah, well, at least those taxpayers don't gotta pay for her ass. So, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yep. So, but there's other girls who look just like he needs to make $300,000 a year. You know. So.
Want to keep it that way. This is, oh, wrong picture. Hold on. Wrong picture again.
Look at that.
Oh man, that's meth related.
Yo. What is this face? Is the meth or whatever the thing was? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Guys, yo, this dude, man, that is meth right there, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Meth or guys, so if you ever look at a police report of like a guy of like people that are trying to flee from the police or whatever, the charges always tell you the story. So it'd be speeding or reckless driving, and then eluding the police, and then assault of an officer, and then possession. So it's like they were speeding, they got pulled over, they took off, they finally got him out of the car, they fought the cops, they got searched, and then they had drugs. Basically. Yep. So I guarantee you that this was this guy's story.
Picture again. There we go. This is my third baby daddy, who I'm sure most of you know. This is Zach. We had Alea together, but technically I just had her because he's non-existent also.
Could it be because he's in jail?
Yeah.
He fathers the child that my husband has raised since she was 2 months old. So, and then we have my fourth baby daddy and my second husband. Fourth time is a charm, right?
Look at that. She has
we'll see.
She has a type, these scraggly looking meth head dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at that. Nathaniel. Methany and Nathaniel right here, you know?
This is my now husband of 4 years, Brian, and we have 2 kids together.
Ugh. Look at that, guys.
Terrible.
Look at that. Yeah, Waterstar. How desperate are they, man?
Yeah.
Guys, Nug knows no bounds, and then friggin' Cletus and Caleb, man. Man.
And he has been Alea's daddy since she was pretty much born. My
Yeah, but
baby
he's
daddy
not.
drama lore
But he's not the
is
dad.
dark.
That's the other kid.
Yeah,
It's not really
yeah.
his kid. It's a lie.
and deep and insane. And I wish I could just like go back to my younger self and be like, what the actual fuck are you doing? Yeah. But there you go. There's all my kids' dads.
So guys, you know,
Hey, AJ, the caption says much requested baby daddy reveal. I don't think anyone asked for this.
Isn't that crazy, right?
Everyone who keeps fucking asking me.
Well, you guys see those, like, and you guys know who she sounds like, right?
For everyone who keeps himself and be like, what the actual fuck are you doing?
I know who you're gonna put.
Yeah.
Any
But there you
traveling
go. There's
nurse?
all my kids' dads. For everyone who keeps fucking asking me.
No, he's
No,
gonna fit.
you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the scene.
She sounds just like that chick, dude. What is going on?
Two of them I don't
Well,
even care to
everybody
fucking
sounds the
mention.
same if you take away 50 IQ points.
But now you know.
Look at that. All right, so guys, there's
And the moral of the story is, if you're gonna do something wrong once, you may as well do it 5 or 6 more times.
Have you seen this guy's
I'm
story
probably going to jail.
going around, guys? Where he donated sperm,
What?
and then the baby mom, I mean the chick, was like, here's this contract, and you won't have to pay anything because you helped me out. And then she fell on hard times, and he opened up that subpoena for child support court, and he realized
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
dumbass.
Jesus.
We'll go over his story here in a second, but what were you saying, Joe?
Oh no, that's crazy. You started the story. It was interesting. It's like, oh, we'll come back to it. It's like a cliffhanger. It's like, damn.
Oh, we'll get into it, guys. Matter of fact, yeah. Because there's only a couple more clips of this chick, and then I have a couple of videos saved of these chicks bitching about their baby dad and daddies. It's like, guys, I put in the Discord the fact people, the whole concept of like, you guys remember the single moms alone on Valentine's Day video? I did. And then Showtime Pod reacted to it. And there was that hood white chick, and I was like, guys, I bet her kids are mixed. And sure enough, I called. I was like, I called it, right? I laughed, and he laughed. And I go through the comments of his reaction to my video, and all these people were like, how dare you? That's messed up, and you can't laugh at that. Da, da, da. I don't think people quite understand why that stereotype is so funny. Because Nug knows no bounds, right? 16% of black men are responsible for the 70% of bastard kids in our community. 16%. That means
Are you
that the
serious?
rest of 16%.
70?
Think about it. 54% of black men are single and childless. 54%. And the majority of black men are not married and don't have kids. And then 30% are married. Do the math. That means the other 16% is Nug and Pookie shooting up the club. Guys, we did the live stream on those guys that have like 37 kids. The one guy has like 40 kids. How are you gonna generalize the rest of us, guys like Joseph, me, Tim Hicks, Walk, and all of us who don't have any kids? But the 16% do the most damage. And what happens is that for some reason, all chicks of all races that are irresponsible get with Nug. That's why you see these hood white chicks somehow end up with Nug just like Keisha does. That's why the whole guys. I was at Target the other day, and I saw this white chick. She had tattoos on her face. you know, she had like her hair long, but it was kind of like done like how black girls do weaves, you know. And I'm like, I saw like a little toy thing in her cart. I was like, I don't see a kid, but I guarantee her kid is mixed. And sure enough, mommy, you're kidding. And she had a little Pokemon run up. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, there's just a type of each race of women that gets with Nug Nug and gets pregnant. It's a race and a class thing, not just a race thing. You know what I'm saying? Most like if they quote unquote like black guys, they would be with a successful one. But they know successful black guys ain't gonna be with no cornrow wearing, face tatted up white chick. You know what I'm saying?
I heard my name. Don't be putting no damn babies on me.
But you know what I mean, though, like people don't really understand the whole nuance of the stereotype.
I think
for some reason, like Nug Nug just has this place amongst women, and it's crazy because you will see. We all know that the biggest group of single moms now is professional college educated women ages 31 to like 37, right?
So, fun fact: they're also the highest growing population of H-RON users.
Of what?
I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get you. You're screaming H-RON.
Type it in the private
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, opioids. Yeah.
Opioids.
The abuse drugs. Yeah. So what I'm saying is these chicks, they go out and they have the baby rabies, right? They have the baby fever. Or they want this rush of excitement. And who's there? Nug Nug. Nug Nug, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about taking care of his kids. He doesn't care about anyone. Now, for some reason, Nug Nug has more access to women than Cletus does. Trailer Park Cletus ain't getting all the same chicks Nug Nug is.
Yeah, but you know why, though, right? Because it really boils down to the fact that all these broads, I don't care if it's white, Hispanic, black, whatever. What it really boils down to is they want that big D, the big 8-inch pipe.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the archetype. It's really an archetype. So they might be mad at their dad, mad at society. They like the thug. To them, it's like rebelling because they kind of know they really shouldn't be with that guy. It's a danger fact.
Well, there is some truth to that. That's
So part of it's an archetype.
That's how I smashed a lot of white chicks in college.
Yeah. So it's not all of that, but it's a factor.
You know what's funny, guys? Walk, Joe, you guys have seen these B-dubs. You know, I don't even know why, you know, black men will, they're just being fetishized anyways. We just want to get pussy. Oh my God, I'm being fetishized, so all these women want to sleep with me.
Right.
They
Yeah,
always
I don't
see me
know.
as a piece of meat. Please.
And let's just say I am being fetishized, right? I'm like, oh no, you
I feel
fetishized me,
so
woman.
sorry
How-
for you, AJ.
How dare
you
you?
poor soul. You poor soul. What are you ever going to do?
I'm going to cry myself to sleep because
I want
Walk
you to
was
see me
fetishized
for
his
me.
entire life.
Yeah, I can't
I
believe you.
definitely got so many white chicks. Oh God, my life's coming to an end.
Joe
I can't
Joe
believe you
said,
just
I'm more than just a
fetishizing me.
piece of meat.
Put your clothes back on immediately and stop fetishizing me. Yeah, that's not gonna.
Please.
She says Soul Brother 2 Boku.
What a joke, dude. And it's so funny because you see these B-dubs. And guys, like I said, Snowboard, Colin, all you white dudes, you guys can have the never-ending buffet of bullshit known as the B-dubs. I shouldn't swear. But here's the thing. You see these chicks talk about colorism and, they're not the standard of beauty. But then in the same video go, and well, all the white men, they are fetishizing us anyways. What do you want? When you get no attention from white dudes, they're all racist. And when they do give you attention, they're fetishized. What do you want? What do you want here? Like what? You can't have it both ways. It makes no sense. Guys, I'm allergic to B-dubs at this point. I'm straight up, dude. No thanks, man. Let me see. Okay.
It's weird. I never complained about being fetishized when I was in Brazil at all. I embrace being the gringo, the American. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I am. I wore the American flag. I had a Star Spangled Banner on my back. I played into it because it's
Dude,
Nevada.
in Thailand, I had so many girls all over me. I kid you not. I had at least 10 women hitting on me a day.
Here's the crazy thing about it.
Because in Southeast Asia, a lot of their men they're so. I don't want to say effeminate because it sounds horrible, but it's actually kind of true. But yeah, it's actually kind of true though. It's actually kind of true though. They're effeminate compared to us. Like they're not very much. They're the same size as their women. That's how come they can pass as lady boys so much.
Yeah. Well, think about it. All the positive things about Asian chicks, that they're petite, they're meek, they're feminine or whatever, are negatives for Asian men because they're petite. You know what I'm saying? In the same way that all the positives for black men were masculine, were strong, were whatever. Are negatives for B-dubs. They're masculine, they're big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they can't shake that.
Yep, they can't shake
AJ,
it.
You just answered
I don't need no man. I'm a boss.
Guys, one at a time. Joe, you were saying?
AJ, you just answered your own question. You said, "Why are these women attracted to these black men and getting impregnated by them?" You just answered it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the reason why.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it's a evolutionary thing. And then, guys, let me know if you were either in college or in the military, whatever, and you always saw these like the girls that were like 5'9", 5'9" and above. You know what I'm saying? 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot. Nothing. White girls, they would always black dudes always because they're so much bigger than all the girls. They had to be with who they thought was the most masculine person to make them feel feminine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what the sad part is like they're bigger than all the girls, right? So they prefer that's why they need men to be like over 6 feet, right? But they don't realize that the men over 6 feet still want what the men under 6 feet want, which is we prefer short women. Short women are just adorable to us, right?
Yeah. My one coworker, her husband's 6'9", right? And he used to play basketball in Europe, and then he tried out for the NBA, but he didn't quite make it. And she was talking about something about how he was bored in Europe. I'm like, no, he wasn't. I said he was smashing all time. He was playing in Latvia and Romania and Germany. I said, I guarantee he has about a dozen kids over in Europe. You don't know about
right.
a 6'9" black basketball player, man. Shoot, man, he was probably shooting threes all over the place. Stephen Curry,
international pipe layer.
Oh yeah, man. Because I remember Germany and stuff, man. Shoot, but the thing is this white or black? And guys, Walk, Joe, and Oliver, you've traveled also. They can tell that we are Americans, right? So, like, if you're in Thailand and you are a white guy, they can tell the difference between a Brit and an American. Like how you walk, that's like us. When I was in like Italy and whatever, they can tell the difference between like me, Walk, and Joe, and then an African dude. You know what I'm saying? By how we walk,
same Nigerian.
They don't like that African dudes in their stores, any of that. But then the moment we come in there, because they assume we have money. That way, the only way that this American black guy is here, he must have money. Oh, hey, come into my shop, hey, check out my stuff.
Which also another thing is, I'm not gonna lie, Pookie and Nug rap culture did kind of pave the way a little bit for us because I swear they're so ignorant. They think that we are all rappers.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, AJ, listen to this, man. One of the things that I noticed in Thailand is that most of the white people there are Australians.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're speaking English, it's Australians because like a 7-8 hour flight from Australia to Thailand. So when they hear my voice and my accent, they're completely intrigued. And they ask me where I'm from. I'm like, where are you from? I've never heard your English before. I'm like, oh, I'm from Dallas, Texas, USA.
Dallas, Texas, y'all.
And they're like, where is that? And I pointed, open up my phone and I point to it in Google Maps, and they're like, how long did it take you to get here? Damn.
Yeah.
Because it's over 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the feminism in Australia is like it's insane.
Oh, yeah. Off the charts,
It is
Off the charts.
ridiculous over there.
No way, dude. No way. I could. No way.
I thought
And the
Canada and the UK was bad. No, Australia is like OD.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I would say. All of our subscribers that are down in. Oh, Scozy he's an Aussie. Yeah, he said it. 100%. I'm surprised that you guys made it another week in that hellhole, man.
Yo, if I was an Australian man over 18, I would be doing whatever I could to get a work visa and get the hell out of that country.
Yep, that's true. Rock and Diesel, what's up, man?
Australia used to be very male dominated.
Yeah,
well, dude, years, super male dominated.
Dude, they had the Anzacs. Some of the baddest dudes in World War II, man. You know what I'm saying? They were fighting the Japanese and French Indochina in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? All these good old boys from the outback, and they're like, all right, men, now it's going to be some bad conditions. Don't worry, mate. I'm from the outback. So they were like, all right, just chilling, because there was less stuff trying to kill you in the Vietnamese jungle than in a regular street in Australia.
Not only that, their navy was pretty feared during World War II, also by the Germans. The Germans were absolutely terrified of the Australian Navy.
Yeah.
Called it the bloat culture.
What was it that one time the Japanese tried to invade Australia, like one island or something like that?
That was
and the Japanese unit got completely annihilated.
Port Moresby.
Port Moresby in Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's Malaysia.
Yeah. I think it went down for Australia. It went downhill for Australians when they lost the war to the emus.
Yeah.
They actually fought a war with emus and lost.
No.
Can you imagine losing a war to the dumbest bird on the planet?
No, we exported American effinism to them, unfortunately.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's bad.
So they used to be from the outback, and now they're getting bareback.
Hey now!
I see what you did there. Yeah, Skills, you said it's true. Yeah. Yep. That's not a knife. This is a knife, right?
That's impressive. Dude. I don't know how that's crazy. That's too good, dude.
I can't find this one rapper. This one I love and hip hop chick that was all messed up in a wheelchair from her accident. Man, dang it.
Dude, please tell me by now you've seen the story of the chick who tried to beat the other chick who did the gangbang world record, and except she went the back door and she had to have surgery.
Her back door had to have surgery.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I'm gonna do a whole live stream with both of those chicks. Yeah. They had to go in with so they could fix it.
Yeah, can you imagine having prolapse so bad you have to have emergency surgery?
Where is this?
Tighten it back up.
Yeah, it's just bad, man. It's really bad. Okay,
all right, I'm off. Night, guys.
All right, my friend.
Cheers.
Later.
Here we go. So I'm gonna have to pause this a bunch because of the music, but she's talking about her was it second or third kid that she gave away, and then she kept the other one.
I don't even really know how to start this video. There's a lot of things about me that aren't pretty. There's a lot of things about
you think?
Like your face. Like your face.
Giving up on your kid,
my
you're
past
304?
that I'm not proud of.
And guys, we need to call them deadbeat moms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any chick that baby deletes, right? You know what I mean?
And home wreckers too in other situations.
100%.
Any kid that baby deletes, you're a bum. Gives your kid up for adoption, you're a bum. Moves in nug or or Gavin that abuses their children.
You're a bum.
Divorces their husband for no reason.
You're a bum.
You're a bum.
Cheats with a married man.
Exactly. Yep, that's true. Well, that one we all know what that one is, right?
Oh, she's a hula.
There's a lot of things that I have done that I have taken accountability for.
No, you haven't.
The lie
No, you haven't.
determined that was a lie.
Stop.
There's some things that I just personally think don't deserve to be blasted on the internet. But at the
So why are you putting it on the internet? What are you talking about? You absolute dunderhead.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
point,
I had to put this with piano in the background. to make you
Everything
give a
is
shit.
inspirational. Please.
people are taking bits and parts of my life and running with them.
That you put out there.
Yeah, you idiot.
So I'm going to give you a brief video.
Brief.
It's 5.5 minutes long. Okay. Please.
I went live
Hey,
yesterday,
that's
and
like
it's
a minute and a half for each kid.
Yeah.
most of this. And some people weren't in that live, so I'm still getting hundreds of comments and questions and messages and DMs. So I'm going to post this video. That way it's out there. There have been a ton of questions about my third daughter who is adopted.
Think of that, guys. You're the one she gave away.
While I am her birth mom, I do still believe that she has a right to privacy. No one should be going after or attacking a 5-year-old child.
And nobody
and if you
is.
think that's okay, something's not right.
Don't put her crap on
So
the
I was
internet.
homeless shortly after I divorced my first husband. I had 2 small girls, my 2 oldest girls, and I bought a camper, a very small camper. My aunt let me park that camper outside of her house. I was within walking distance while I worked and went to school. I found out that I was pregnant with Remy, and she was one of the first people that I told. And I didn't tell her in a good way. I came to her like sobbing because I didn't want to be pregnant. I knew that my life at that time was not ideal for a baby. I didn't have a safe place for that baby to sleep. I didn't have a stable home. Me and her father weren't even together. Remy's dad was in and out of jail. It just was not.
You don't say, right, guys?
Shocking.
I found it. Here it is, guys. Let's take a little break into B-dub land. Here we go. Hold on. Let's do this. One second. I did a video on this once before. Hold on. What's going on here? Okay. Look at this chick. Look.
Oh
her now, dude.
Oh my god.
To buy my son gifts. I went to the club and I made at least $1,000. And I had $1,000 cash out. And I remember I ended up getting drunk. I kept this secret because I know people would judge me. But even at night, I went to my baby daddy house and I tapped my son on his shoulders. And my son said, I tapped him on his shoulder. I said, good night.
This is how she used to look, guys.
That's how she used to look?
Yeah, that's how she used to look.
What happened?
Wow, that's not.
Yeah, you guys will hear. She got in a really bad car wreck. She was driving drunk. She almost died. And now, look at her. Messed up, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was drunk as hell. It seemed like when I woke up from my coma, everybody lied to me and stuff. and then nothing. I don't know what I was punking people. Was I a bully? Like, was people really scared of me or something? They got act hard. It's fine. That's fine. But it's like everybody knew I was drunk.
See? It's everyone else's fault. Right?
Huh?
Stopper. Yeah,
Everyone knew I was drunk and they let me drive anyways. Why didn't no one say anything?
Oh, please.
Look at
You're an
that.
adult. You're an adult.
They see
Look at this.
me leave. They see in the car park. I had somebody in my car, and they knew I was drunk. They let me leave, and then they let me. I dropped.
They let me leave.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. They let me leave.
Hey, these
Please.
other
Shut
304s are supposed to be responsible.
Yep.
You know, they're around idiots, you know?
Yep. Look at that. Look at this.
Yeah.
And that's why I have no quote unquote friends. If she had real friends who gave a F, they would have intervened and stopped her from driving drunk. Are you kidding?
The other drunks were supposed to stop her.
No, but not just that. You guys have had friends that, well, I haven't, but I've seen people who have friends that'll try and swing on you.
Oh,
kick
yeah.
you, punch you. Nah, let them go. You know what I'm saying?
Off. And she said she didn't want to get no confrontation with me. Because the one thing about me, when I'm buzzed, if I feel you coming at me funny or anything, I'm going to go ham on you.
See?
Yeah, yeah.
Shocking.
There you go.
But she was angry about them not stopping her, but then she justified the reason why they did.
Yep.
All in the same breath.
Yep. Right there.
That's weird.
Yep.
It don't matter if you're my fan or not. I don't care. It is what it is. We could be fans tomorrow, we not be fans. But it's the fact that people didn't stop me. It's the fact that people let me leave. It's the fact the people that put is did not say nothing. So if I would have died,
All she cared about was her dying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't care about
She
the
might
people.
kill somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and I hate to say it, but I'm just saying, thank goodness it was only her that got hurt.
Yep.
Because it was her fault. She could have gotten anyone, people with kids in the car, 90 miles an hour. Do you know how, like, man, she lucky it was just a truck. If it was a head-on collision or the regular car, that person probably would not have been alive.
Yeah.
Then what story was she going to tell?
Yep. It's true.
No, she would tell the same story. She would tell the same
He's right.
story.
It'll be the same story. She would still be the victim.
You're probably right.
if I would have died, it's okay. They so used to that shit. No.
But whose fault is that? You're so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
That they're used to friggin' you being a moron. Look at that.
You act hard now because I'm like this. Y'all be so hard now. But why y'all didn't save me? This shit, you could have saved a life. If it was me, I wouldn't mind being a punching bag. I'm that loyal.
Bull crap.
Yeah, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. Look. If you were hard and like bullying me and I was scared of you before you were crippled, you damn right. Now that you're a cripple, I'm talking cash. Yeah.
But I don't understand. Like, guys, you should endure me verbally and physically abusing you so that I have a better outcome. That's just ridiculous.
Yep.
This is everything summed up about modern women right here.
I guarantee you want someone who
Guys,
barely
I
even
have like
liked her
a
was
clicking
like,
noise or
let it happen.
like someone's unwrapping something. I don't know what it is. Whoever it is, there's like some type of clicking or scraping or whatever. If you could stop the background noise. But so, guys, let's take this situation and put it towards she's sitting here and gone through 4 rounds of IVF and it didn't work. Right? Same thing. Too stubborn. She had a bastard kid and now she said, this is her real, in real time actually understanding like what bad decisions do. Coming to the realization that, let's just say she was sitting here looking the same, but she had the high five, right? It's the same situation with all these women. People out there are trying to give them good advice, and they don't listen.
They don't listen.
But they never, like you said, they never take accountability. Even right here, she's not upset that as the outcome, the consequences. She's upset that they didn't stop her from facing these outcomes. Just like when women get the high five, right? They're not upset that they got it. They're upset that no one stopped the guy from giving it to him. So what do they do in turn? They turn around and give it to other guys to try to get revenge on him.
Yep, guys. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stories of that. A lot of stories of that, guys.
There was a story on YouTube. It was a police chief. There was a female officer, and they worked for him, and he kind of groomed her, right? And he was trying to move up the ranks. And then one day, he's like, "Hey, I've been looking out for you, giving you overtime, promoting you and everything. You need to go ahead and bless your boy one time, right?" And she said, she told him, let her think about it, whatever. He's like, all right, well, he basically gave her like a week, like either you give me some, but like I'm gonna find some way to fire you. And she never told anybody in the department that she had got stabbed with a needle on one of her previous calls by an addict, and found out that she contracted the high five from that.
Man.
And she never told anybody in her chain of command either. So she was trying to avoid doing any favors for this guy. So finally he kept pressuring her, but she never told him to stop. Why? She didn't want to, so she did it anyway, try to get revenge. And then when this guy just started getting sick at work all of a sudden,
no,
he's like out of the blue, like he's perfectly healthy, he just started getting sick. And he's married too. He goes to a doctor. The doctor was like, you got the high five. He was like, he had to come clean to his wife that she was the only one that could have gave it to him because she was the only one that he cheated with. And then she had to come out clean, and she ended up doing like just a year in jail.
Of course.
And this guy, by the time she got out of jail, his health was so bad that he had to retire and basically like go on dialysis, like all his organs were shutting down.
Damn.
And now she's going around being a high five advocate and abuse survivor and all these other things. But like,
don't they always though? Don't they always?
Well, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question about that lady. Given her circumstance, she tried to actually. Okay, it's two things. The way I see it, he was clearly abusing his power. He was not going. He was insinuating.
I agree with that.
So. But I'm not saying that what she did was right, but what she initially tried to do was save him from what he thought he wanted, but he insisted. So now she's in a rock and a hard place, right? I'm going to get fired if I don't do it, but I need this job and I'm trying to move up my career. He keeps the sentence to it, but he doesn't know that I'm trying not to say it. But if I say it, he's probably going to fire me anyway. So what would any of you have done?
I guarantee if she would have told him, he wouldn't have pressured. He would have stopped. He would have stopped.
That's true.
You guarantee it?
And
yep, I guarantee you.
Fired from the job, it might have just been missing the promotion.
Oh, he was her superior officer.
He was the chief of police.
Ah, okay, yeah.
He was wrong. He was wrong for even. I mean, listen, that's the consequence. You married.
Yeah,
you pay the price.
Either.
Yeah.
Sometimes the devil
I'm not removing culpability from him. Not at all.
Yeah, I think she probably felt like, I'll give him what he wants, and I don't think it's right, but it is.
Georgia woman went on Facebook bragging about infecting her sexual partners with HIV. She even mentioned these partners.
Guys, what do you think this person looks like?
That is definitely a B-dub.
The one bragging on Facebook
West Side?
That she was spreading the high five, right? Guys,
you even have to ask.
Come on.
Oh,
right?
oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I got to get myself, guys.
You've been had.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled,
led astray.
On Facebook by name.
And this video really has sent shockwaves throughout the city of Americus in southwest Georgia, and now it's gone viral as well. 11 Alive's Latasha Giffens joins us, and there are so many people concerned trying to understand.
Is that Grimace, dude? Yo!
Look, she's standing on a platform.
Yo, I know. Look at that.
Understand, hey, what this
Why was she wearing this color? Look at that. Now we're gonna go to our new reporter here.
It's all about, and B, if she is a credible
Is that a
figure.
tent
throughout
she's
all
wearing?
I love you. You love me. Oh, guys, I have to say that was one of the craziest Kevin Samuels calls. You guys remember the one girl? I'm in law school, but I've been blessed with a gift, you know. And, you know, I'm trying to find people who won't mind the fact that I have this gift. And he's like, what, the herp derp? She's like, yeah, but, you know, I don't consider. And she was all like, I'm trying to find a man who's on my level. He's like,
get out.
Men that are high value, men that are successful ain't going to accept you because you have some gift. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really.
That has to be one of the most delusional calls I've ever heard. Is this girl saying these ninjas ain't good enough, all because I'm in law school, even though I'm 31 and I'm in law school. Took you long enough, right?
Yeah,
and you have the herpter. Come on, man.
Yeah, she didn't even
That's right.
make
This is a
Yeah.
alarming, not just for her community, but for those around the state, especially when you consider the CDC has Georgia listed in the top 5 for states with the highest number of HIV infections.
I am HIV positive.
In this 1 minute and 20-second video, Brandy Yakima Lassiter of Americus, Georgia, not only states that she has HIV, but she goes on to list the men she believes she infected on purpose.
You HIV positive.
Bobo, Nug Nug,
Yeah.
Man, Pookie.
Man.
It's funny you said man, because I like when I go to B-Dub's TikTok, I tell them that they look like that's their nickname.
Man.
Even includes their wives and girlfriends who now may also be affected. Lassiter goes on bragging about revenge and wanting to watch them suffer.
I always get the last. Now I'm watching y'all die. I get real nasty and evil.
We talked to Major Herman Lamar with the Americus Police Department by phone. He says they are investigating her claims. How did you guys find out about this video?
On Friday, we received several forward.
They didn't have any better way to put this on the screen. And what kind of ghetto news station is this? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Here, this is.
Police are making a plea tonight for more women to come forward after arresting a man for knowingly infecting his girlfriend with HIV. Investigators say there are more victims. This is the suspect. His name is Kareem Zahakani, and he is charged with aggravated assault. Tonight, this woman is bravely sharing her story of what started as a loving relationship and ended with a devastating diagnosis. Investigator Jace Larson shares her.
Damn. Now there's one with a chick who was doing it. Here we go.
A woman accused of not letting her sex partner know about her HIV status.
I thought that was a dude.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Yo, what is going on? What is going on, guys? That's a woman? Oh, dude, how down bad do you have to be?
Come on, man.
Look at that.
Damn, I guess a hole really is a hole, huh?
Man, you guys know who she looks,
Hey, sometimes
looks like, right?
you just have like that Marilyn Manson fetish, and you want to, dress him up as Marilyn Manson.
3 a.m. special.
You guys know who she looks like? Hold on. Where is it?
Oh God.
Wow.
No, dude, no. Remember Evil from what's that vampire movie name? Remember Evil Lost Boys. Evil from the Lost Boys. That's what she looks like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Columbiana County Court. Lisa Mutter faces a felonious assault charge in connection to a case in Lisbon. She'll be sentenced in March. Mutter will also be in Trumbull County Court later this month facing similar charges out of Girard.
Whoa, another guy? What a dude, man, come on, guys. Look at that.
Hey, but none of them still have broken Big Daddy Pope's record. 600.
People in a North Side neighborhood shocked tonight to find out a neighbor has been arrested for not disclosing her HIV status.
27-year-old Shakira Lee.
She looks. You guys know who she looks like?
Rick James.
Nah.
Rick James.
Leslie, what's her name from Saturday Night Live?
Rick James, bitch. Now you said you came into the store at 11:13.
Yes, man.
You know you done fucked up, right?
No. That's what's his name.
See, you know you done fucked up, right? Bill Dukes. She looks like Bill Dukes.
Yeah, Bill Dukes.
Why wasn't the beard cleaned up? Why was it still there? He puts the gun on the table facing him.
Wasn't that Deer Hunter or something like this?
No, Minister Society, bro.
Oh.
You remember?
Yeah, Minister Society. Yeah. When what's his name get interrogated?
Yeah.
In court today on those charges. According to the arrest report, her boyfriend found.
He said Forrest Whitaker's sister.
Idi Amin.
Yo, that's a good movie, man. The Last King of Scotland. That's a good movie. David Hall, what's up,
I
dude?
can't watch more than one. That's a crazy movie.
Let me see. Yeah. That's he is such a good job. But Idi Amin was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Seriously.
A paper statement with her name on it and a positive status for HIV. He later found out.
What's her name? Shakira.
Let's look her up on Facebook.
Those charges. According to the arrest report, her boyfriend
arrested for not disclosing her HIV status.
27-year-old Shakira Lee made her
Shakira.
She's 27. That's
Mirror, but with Shaki in the front. Guys, what is going on?
first appearance in court today on those charges. According to the arrest report, her boyfriend found a paper statement with her name on it and a positive status for HIV. He later found out he was also positive. Channel 4's Destiny McKeever spoke with Lee's neighbor, who says he's surprised Lee would do this. Destiny?
Oh, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Joy, Shakira Lee sits here in the jail tonight, but back over in her neighborhood. I spoke with people who say they're just shocked to learn of this news, especially knowing.
Guys, look at you can tell they're in
the Nissan
Atlanta because all the Altimas in the back.
That she has young children.
That's horrible.
Disappointed in the news of his neighbor allegedly
Look at those dead eyes, man.
Oh,
look at that.
Dude, I want to see what she looks like, you know, without that being her mugshot. You know, I want to see what the appeal. Because since she had a boyfriend, man.
I don't know. Can you imagine her standing at the end of the bed?
Baby, I'm gonna butter your bread.
knowing she was spreading HIV to her partner. Joseph Hamilton says it's hard to trust people these days.
People just have to be careful, you know. Really never know who you're standing next to.
Arrest records show 27-year-old Shakira Lee was arrested for having sex without disclosing her positive HIV status. The report says Lee's boyfriend of 7 years found a paper statement saying Lee tested positive for the disease. According to that same arrest report, her boyfriend later testing positive as well. Neighbors say the most upsetting part, Lee has children.
That's kind of shocking.
And Joseph says he would occasionally run into Lee while walking his kids to the bus stop in the morning.
Hope he didn't shake her hand.
Stopped not too long ago, and they let the kids go. But yeah, she I've seen her pretty frequent.
There's another Nissan Altima.
What Altima left that never pulled up?
Department about what they tell HIV positive patients as far as it relates to disclosing their status and it being a criminal offense if they don't. And they tell me that they just stress this to patients that they have to disclose their status with their partners or else it's a criminal offense. Reporting live tonight, I'm Destiny McKeever, Channel 4, the local station.
Destiny, did the health department...
The B-dub
And a B-dub gets out, too.
tell you at all how many similar cases there have been in, say, the last couple of months?
Well, I was told that they do not have those numbers on file and readily...
Damn. Anyways, back to this knucklehead here, guys. I digress, right?
A stable environment. It was not an environment that I thought I could bring a baby into. I told her that I wanted to get an abortion. That was hard for me to come to the realization that I was even considering doing that. She told me that if that's what I wanted to do, she would support me. But she offered she would be there for me every step of the way. She would help me raise Remy. She would do anything in her power to be the support that I needed, because at that time I didn't have it. I decided to keep the pregnancy.
Isn't that funny, guys, that all these beat up, all these chicks talk about baby deletion and act like, oh my God, we don't have access to it, it's such a crime, blah, blah, blah. But then all these chicks say that they would never get one. Isn't it funny how that works, right?
Yeah.
You know? Hold on, guys.
It was hard. I was in and out of the hospital the whole time. Remy was born with a lot of health issues. My aunt was there for the birth and every single day after. She was my backbone. She took Remy to every appointment. Remy was breastfed, so she brought her to my school, to my work, where I would feed Remy and then she would take her back home.
And you still gave her up, dummy. What do you even like? What is this whole story is just so asinine? What are you talking about?
It's a hero's journey.
Yeah.
You stupid woman.
And here's the thing, guys. You ever notice that these 304s are either the victims or the heroes and their stories?
Yeah.
But 99% of the time, they're volunteers.
And the reason the kid has issues because she was in that trailer with fentanyl, doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, no. They're either the heroes or the villains.
Caleb. Yeah.
They're either the heroes or the villains, but in their minds, but in reality, 99% of the time, they're the actual villain.
Yeah. They're volunteers, man. You know?
Can you imagine being that kid that was adopted and seeing this, and you're like 15 years old?
Yep.
I know kids
they're gonna see
like
this.
that.
They're gonna end up seeing this.
I know kids like that. Let me just tell you, they are mentally messed up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And people talk about adoption. I know people that are adopted from like Korea or Vietnam or whatever, and it's like that's different because all the people that I know who were like, look, I was lucky enough to be adopted to America. That in and itself is a great thing, But, to have your adopted mom in America be like putting all your business on the internet, and it's like people are gonna know. Like some people can sleuth this and figure it out who's who. Sheriff of YouTube says she was breastfeeding at the strip club.
She gave her a safe place to sleep. She did everything that I couldn't do at that time. As Remy got older, I bought a trailer and a vehicle, so I then was starting to get stability. Remy would stay with me for days at a time on the weekends whenever I wasn't working or wasn't in school. But my aunt's house was primarily her home. I gave my aunt and uncle guardianship of her when she was 2 years old, and we kept it that way for a while. I never lost custody of her. I never gave her up. I have had custody of her most of her life. It had been years since her dad had seen her, so he had absolutely no problem signing the papers. I signed the papers. They legally adopted her, and she has been their daughter ever since, pretty much ever since the beginning. They earned that title. They worked for it.
You know what this means for this chick, right? She's a bum, right?
You're a bum.
couldn't take care of your daughter.
You're a bum.
Your aunt and uncle had to adopt her.
You're a bum.
You're a bum. Can you imagine? Like, she knows these people. Like, her daughter's gonna grow up seeing her brothers and sisters living with her mom and be like, why do I have to live over here?
Oh, she didn't even adopt them anonymously. So that's family she adopted.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that she's talking about having adopted a daughter while having a daughter on screen that's not her.
Mm-hmm.
That's even sicker. That's almost like
and then went on
rubbing
to
his
have
face.
more kids that
Yeah.
she kept,
Yep.
which is even more messed up.
Man, it's
Two
having a
more.
daughter on screen is like, yeah, look, I got this is not the one I'm talking about. I gave up. It's like at least keep her off camera.
I know. Don't get it twisted.
You know,
This
that's
ain't the
weird.
one.
That's messed
Sad.
up.
They did all the work. So for people saying I just gave her up, I put her up for adoption, that's not the case. It's an open adoption. I still get to talk to her. I see her and her mom are extremely close. And
This makes you the most selfless person / mother ever,
The
please.
lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. Doing whatever our babies need to keep them safe, healthy, and happy is being a good mom,
The
please.
lie detector determined that was a lie.
You did the right thing. You're so brave.
And look how she worded it, my adoption story. No, it's your child's adoption story. You weren't adopted. You adopted your kid.
What a mess.
You know, she's making it about herself. And where was her mom and parents? I guarantee she probably had a single mom who had her in you know, a camper and stuff. That was like a very simple. I'm serious. She said that's her aunt helping her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you figured the parents would kind of be involved.
Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go here real fast. Here we go. This is her still, okay?
It's blonde Miss Piggy.
absolutely overwhelming to realize that you don't have girls. I will never be a bridesmaid. I will never have somebody to just call to come over and hang out with me.
Guys, why do you think that is?
Because she waited till 30
She's an awful person.
to try to
Yeah.
take a relationship.
Yep. Well, no. I mean, she doesn't have any female friends at all.
Oh yeah,
And we
she's
all
probably
know
trying
these
to
chicks.
just match all their
Guys,
men.
there's a clicking noise or something going on in my ears. It's like a noise. Whoever it is, just mute the background noise. But guys, we all know why.
You tell her she's a goddamn
That's why. Guys, girls don't like. Okay, there's all girls. All 304s are all full of drama. But then there's drama that even other women can't handle. And I guarantee girls see girls like this coming a mile away, right? This is the type of chick that you become friends with as a chick, and then you have a boyfriend, and the moment that you're out of the room, all of a sudden she's trying to get him to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Couldn't trust this chick around a ham sandwich, let alone your boyfriend, you know? Come on, man.
And bring their kids or me go to their house. Someone who will come at any time of the day to spend time with me. Like, I'm talking about a ride or die, like a best friend. I had that at one time in my life.
And you banged his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That
think
took
she's
a
about to
turn.
say that.
Look at that. And she self-deleted? Yikes, man. Guys, look at all this victimhood. Oh, my best friend deleted herself and I had to give my kid away for adoption and my husband's a chomo. Oh. Please. Guys, we are... guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. I'd appreciate that. Hit the join button, guys, for memberships.
I was dating a chick once, and one of her best friends actually adopted her two kids, like put her two kids up for
What?
adoption. And I actually stopped dating that chick. I was like, so this is like one person you spend a lot of time with, and I'm like, they're kind of garbage in my opinion. And she said, like, oh, she wasn't a bad mom and stuff. She just didn't want to be a mom anymore. It's like, yeah, but you have two kids, and now you guys just smoke weed together and stuff. Like, you know, like that. I was like, if that's one of the people you surround yourself with, you know, that ain't great in my opinion.
Yeah, you did the right thing. You went from having no children to having 2 children, and still hang around with the woman who dumped the 2 children on her. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she was friends with her through the entire process. So she's like, yeah, you can put your kids up for adoption. Like, I support what you're gonna do. Like, and I was like, how could you do that? I wasn't friends with her through that process, but I found out later. I was like, that's like really messed up.
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Women don't care about children. They only care about the attention that they can garner from being attached to a child, but they do not care about that child.
Yeah. In the same way that women don't want the marriage, they want the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Women don't want the baby, they want the pregnancy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because they get all the attention. Oh my God, you're pregnant, da da da. And I honestly believe that that's part of the whole postpartum thing, is that now all the attention's on the kid, and they're not special anymore. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yep. So, Equilibrium, how's it going, man? Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Where are we with the likes? We have 96 likes, guys. Thanks for that. And let's get back here. Hold on.
And I've never had that since then. And it really sucks. And it hits you on nights when you have all your kids and your house is quiet and you're like, it would be so cool to have my best friend back.
We all know that all these people force hate each other anyways. It's crazy that women are the more social of the genders, and yet all these women hate each other and don't talk to each other. Guys, when I was growing up, right, all the girls, they would go to the mall, they'd have slumber parties in high school and in college, you know, they're always hanging out and doing stuff, you know? And now they like each other's pics on posts on Instagram, and then think that that's a friendship.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not. So
it just sucks.
And the Academy Award goes to.
Please, there was one more. Hold on. Some people are saying you're obviously broke. Section 8.
No, we don't get no Section 8 over here.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
But I might have baby number 8.
Oh, she showed us. Wow. I bet that guy really regrets saying that.
That'll teach y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. We adopt that one too?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And guys, okay. You ready for this? This is her little boyfriend. I mean, her husband.
Got my shorts on from the TikTok shop. You better go get them before they're all gone.
Yep. Hey, he looks exactly how I pictured him to be.
I will not be trying these on because they don't fit me. But
Should
they're
be
stinking
fit.
cute. I should have got a
They
smaller
fit him?
size. They're way too big. I think I got an
Oh,
11.
well. Why did it? Notice they
got
all.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got just see.
I was just joking. I was joking. I was like,
no. Oh, no.
he actually put them on. He put,
That's right. You did say, I bet he tries them on.
yeah. Oh my goodness, it's like a Twilight
What
moment.
is
right now.
going on, dude?
Did you see that huge hand tattoo? They make all the. It's like they make all the bad decisions at once.
Oh, no.
This guy know you
And he's
gay?
taking care of 4 kids that are not his.
No, you need to ask the one. Why are you gay? Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
I cannot believe what I'm saying. No, man.
I'm white under here, red up here.
Stupid
I
all
mean,
over.
fabulous fit though.
Jesus Christ, you guys. What is going on?
And this is whole
But I
thing
mean,
where you
if
see a
he
lot of
didn't
women.
do it,
Guys, one at
he
a
wouldn't
time.
have. My bad.
There's
Go
this
ahead,
thing where
Sean.
you see a lot of. There's this thing where you see, and this is like, I guess this is like, it is not a trend, but it started with like women putting makeup on their boyfriends and husbands, and they're thinking it's funny, or allowing their daughters to like put barrettes in their hair and stuff like that. Oh, it's just my daughter's so cute. But then it elevated to it get.
Yeah.
How more extreme would it get from here?
Yeah,
That's-
but this guy, he's on the registry. He has nowhere. I guess he thinks that this is going.
Oh, I
up from
forgot
the
about
bottom.
that.
You know what I'm saying? 8-Bit Banger. 8-Bit Banger's like, what did I just walk into?
I was just about to say that, AJ. I was just about to say, man, you got to understand, man. The dude needs a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do all that.
Disgusting.
For me,
I need this one too.
No.
I can't watch that. I actually cannot watch that.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Wow.
guys. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
No.
Nah, man.
That's a bridge too far, my man.
Nah,
That's a
man.
bridge
Now, guys,
too far. Wow.
Look at this chick, right?
Baby daddy number 2, because the first one the real
Wow.
one. So baby daddy number 2 came through. Baby daddy number 2. Man, y'all meet Poobie out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Y'all may know him, and if y'all know his real name, keep it where it is. I don't really have too much bad to say about this story, but because I said I was gonna talk about baby daddy number 2, let's go ahead and talk about it. I met him working at Zaxby's, y'all. In the same breath of me working at Zaxby's.
He was on fries at Zaxby's. Okay. he was coming up in the world, right?
Yeah, but he's probably an up and coming rapper.
Yeah, right.
Can someone translate what she was saying? I was.
No. He came in around the place. He was like, "Damn, you fine. Can I get your number?"
You guys know what the craziest thing is? So there was one of my dad's army buddies growing up. They were friends, but at the same time they weren't friends because this guy, he was from the Virgin Islands, so he had that whole walk. Joseph, you guys know how some of the islands, ninjas and the Africans be like, I am not an American black like you, so I am better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he had this thing where he was always acting like his daughter, who I knew growing up, was just gonna always be better than like my siblings and I, right? And all my siblings and I, went to college, went to grad school, make good money, and she ended up having 3 kids by 2 different dudes who were like, and the second guy, so she had her first kid, and then the second kid was by some aspiring rapper guy, right? So now here she is. She has her photography business that she's been trying to get off the ground for the last 25 years. You know what I'm saying? And just like is a total bum. And then my dad's army buddy had the nerve to try and call him, like, hey, how's it going? Da, da, da. He's like, so how's that daughter of you? Because he used to be just openly disrespectful, so.
Zaxby's, I was staying with my friend Leah and her white daughter, Nevaeh, in Shreveport off of the Cooper Road in, I want to say that's Hillary Huckabee, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, I was working at Zaxby's, y'all. In my transition of leaving where Leah and them was and going into my own spot, I had applied for the apartments, the green and white from North Market. It was taking them forever to approve me for whatever reason, but I had enough pocket change. My daddy had some money, so he kept sending me some money. So I was able to transition into a hotel room from the hotel to the green and white. Now, while I'm living in a hotel, y'all, I'm working at Zaxby's. Me and him just doing our job, basically. There ain't no extra rah-rah, ain't no extra communication. When there was an order up, he would tell me there was an order up, I would pass it out the window. If there was clarification that he needed on the order, I would give him clarification on the order, and we would go on about our business. So several weeks rolled around. I'm working at Zaxby's. He reached his hand through the window like, hey, Shrell, can you give me something to drink? I turn around like, we ain't never talked before, so why the fuck did you ask me to step outside of anything along my work duties to give you something to drink? But hey, whatever. So I walk over to him and I'm like, what do you want to drink? He was like, what do you suggest? I was like, well, I drink the Minute Maid mixed berries. That's the only thing I'm gonna drink.
I drink that Kool-Aid.
All these words, they just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Out of that remix little Coke machine. He was like, yeah, give it to me. Let me try it. I fill up a cup with some ice. I put the drink in there, put the top on it, give him a straw, and I hand it to him through Zaxby's. Although it's only like an additional, 4, maybe 5 minutes. So he's like, oh, for real? That's cool. That's dope. Now, the entire time, y'all, I do want y'all to keep in mind that I'm moving a lot faster through these because a day-to-day relationship with somebody is just going to get boring. So I have to move fast in order to get to the juicier parts. Now, in the mix of when I first met him, at Zaxby's, up until me finally telling him that I was approved to move into the black and whites, we had been hanging out a lot. He had been staying the night. We had been going out places, going out to eat. We would stay late after work and just chill with each other in the car. All types of stuff, like building a bond relationship type. Him, Jaylee, and his kids. Now, he had a little girl about...
Whoa, he already had kids.
Admit it.
Hold on.
I feel like I'm in a relationship with people that I'm not in a relationship with. But we're doing relationship things, so what do you call that? A relationship. So
No. Pump the brakes. Guys, what did she just say?
He already had
relationship
kids.
things. No. If we're doing relationship things, it already means that we're in a relationship. Nope. Because, hey, ladies, you are not in a relationship until he says you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
I have an echo from someone. I don't know who it is. Oh, thank you. So yeah, guys, how many chicks got like this, right? Because they think that they control access relationships. And Mindy, Waterstar says, sorry, I zoned out. He just said no. Let's see. Guys, hit the like button, please.
I know that you got kids. I know that you got a baby mama. I know where your grandma live. I know where your mama live. I know all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do my part.
You know what I'm saying?
Stepmama, even if you tell me that I'm not. So moving into the green and white show, I had a 2-bed, 2-bath. Shopping for the house, I made sure that I got just enough for not only me and Jaylee, because it was just me and her at the time, but me, him, Jaylee, and his kids. Now he had a little girl.
Kids, plural.
Plural. Yep.
Kids, plural. Guys, nug.
Kids with a Z.
Exactly.
Can't take this Ebonic talk. I hate this kind of speech.
Yeah,
it's not, man, it makes me mad.
And that has to be one of the most racist things I've ever heard, was the whole Ebonics thing in the 90s. And now it's AAVE, right? So it's what they call it. African American Vernacular English is what they call it. Ridiculous. Guys, so here, we're going to, if people legally immigrate to the United States, they have to take ESL. They have to learn the language, right? I mean, like there's resources where they have to learn proper English. But then you have all these black students. Oh, no. Teaching them proper English is racism. Are you serious?
It's made me a lot of money.
Nobody asks you.
Racist thing I've ever heard.
Ask you a question.
Ask, please. Yeah. Come on, man.
Her about the same age as Jaylee. So when I went and got Jaylee a bed, I got her a bed. I put both beds in the bedroom together, got it fully furnished, had a little princess room for the both of them. Now, like I told y'all, I'm delusional, so I'm sending him pictures of how I'm situated.
She got that right.
For the girls, look at their TV, look at their lamps, look at all of this. He's like very receptive to it. I didn't know that it was a manipulative receptive, but he was definitely receptive to it. He was like, all right, so where do I sleep? And my mind, don't worry about it, because I'm going to show you that next. I unintentionally give him a tour of the entire house. I'm talking about new dishes. I'm talking about the little rug. Only thing I was waiting on was an actual couch for my living room. But I had TV stands, all of that.
I can't, guys. I can't.
Where did she get all the money for this?
This is everything.
Our tax dollars?
No, she worked at the fast food place serving up chicken head sandwiches.
For one, it was just a final hearing. She took me to court in June, and it had to go through a judge to get approved. I still have parental rights to approve grandparents' rights. I sat in the courtroom today. I'm fine with the schedule. Take the girls. They have to go to their dad's anyway. He lives there. So by default, she's going to see them anyway. Keep the grandparents' rights. In Georgia, she can legally file once every 2 years. The dramatics didn't start until we stepped outside a courtroom.
The dramatics didn't start?
3. The first thing that came out of her mouth was, I saw your TikTok. We will be filing a cease and desist if you mention my son on your platform again. I chuckled. I said, what's next? What's next? Keep it coming. We could go proof. Your son be talking about me on Instagram. Next. I am speaking with an attorney regarding my son claiming the girls for his taxes. I have legal proof that the girls are not living with you 100% of the time.
Is that a tattoo on her face? Yes. She has a moon tattoo on her face. Come on, guys.
And you don't financially 100% take care of them. We are filing a dispute with the IRS immediately. I laughed in her face because dads don't have rights in Georgia. I chuckled again.
See? And guys, unfortunately, she is right. She's right.
Yeah.
She's right.
She said that with complete confidence.
Oh, yeah, these hoes know it.
Yeah. They know it, man. Yep. Guys, this is why you stay out of this situation. Yep. This is why you be like homeboy Michael Madsen, where he owed child support, so he just moved to Canada. Yeah, and then
good for him.
Who's the comedian who says that he can't go back to Canada or he's going to jail? He's one of the kids in the hall guys or whatever. I think he says he owes like $500,000 or $600,000 in child support in Canada, so he just stays.
Aziz Ansari, that guy.
Comedian owes child support in Canada.
He talked about this openly in public.
Dave Foley.
Right.
Dave Foley. Yeah. He says he owes $500,000 in child support. He's part of, he's one of the kids in the hall guys. Here you go. Comedian Dave Foley fears arrest. He owes $500,000 in child support. Look at that, guys. He started and this is in 2011. Look at that.
$500,000. Wow.
$17,000 a month.
Wow.
Damn. He was on news radio, or he was writing for that. Look at
He had to go back in Canada too anyway.
He said my income. Sorry, keep going.
I was about to say, what is there in Canada for him to go back to anyway?
Jail and some bitter baby mama. You know what I'm saying? She's probably upset. He says, my income has dropped in the last 10 years, as anyone can tell from a number of crappy movies I've been in. I'm not exactly picking and choosing my projects. However, 4 years ago, Superior Justice Nancy Backhouse denied his motion to vary his support payments. Because, of course, she did, because she's a woman!
Yep.
I've never even heard of him before. So he's definitely not making, but he's on a circuit or something.
Look at that. So they wanted him to go to jail for 6 months. And this was extended indefinitely until overdue support is paid. So they're basically saying that if he gets caught, he'll just go to jail indefinitely.
Jeez.
He has $17,000 monthly. Now raised to $12,300, and then he has $589,000 in arrears. So he has to earn $40,000 per month. Look at this. So what a mess. So he owes arrears for private schools, mortgage payments, health care, and tutoring. Wow. I wonder if there's an update on this. He only gets $7,000 an episode for an appearance. He's cooked.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. I wonder if he's still. This is CNN. If there's anything newer. He's cooked, guys. Cooked. You know? Damn. Look at that. Okay. Ooh, BC man owes $500,000 child support if you understated his cash by thousands. Huh. Look at that. So he sold his business so that he had to pay less than child support. And the mother only made $28,000 a year. That's actually pretty smart, right? Okay, let's finish up here, guys. We had 100 likes, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks, you guys, as usual. Thanks for the 100 likes, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, and let's go. Where are we? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Uh-oh. What happened? Let's go here. Okay. Look at this, guys.
Oh.
Okay, so boom. Story time.
That lip smacking thing needs to stop, dude.
Yeah. So.
The tea is hot, baby. Literally. The tea is hot.
Literally.
Let me tell y'all a story about how
See, they all have this piercing in their lip here, you know?
I became a convicted felon. So you got to be very careful.
Guys, we all know how she became a felon, right, guys?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home.
Yeah.
I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing.
Is that Bart Simpson right there? You see that? You see this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the tattoo, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Hi, caramba, it's a hoe.
So me and this girl were best friends, so I thought she was my friend. All right, we've been friends for 5 years now.
That's not a
5 years
Butterfinger.
we was friends. Now she's in a relationship with my baby daddy, somebody who I can't get rid of. Not just some guy who I was messing with, you know, my baby daddy, somebody who I cannot, you know, cut ties with at all. So this is a person who I thought was my best friend.
We all, guys, I think we know what happened, right? Was
I'm gonna kill you, you fucking
jealousy,
whore.
yeah, all over Nug Nug, right?
I'm gonna kill your bitch ass bitch.
Together every single day. All right, every day we was together. It wasn't just sometimes we hung out. No, we was together all day, every day. This was my A1 day one. So I thought. All right. So I used to loan this girl money, take care of her kids. Our kids used to play together, everything, right? And one day, she decided she didn't want to give me back the money that I loaned her. So I just, you know, kind of fell back, stopped being, you know, as close as we were. So next thing you know, word through the grapevine started spreading that she was friends with my baby daddy and they was hanging out. So I tried to talk to her, woman to woman, like, so you just gonna hang out with my baby daddy? Like, you just smoking and chilling with my baby daddy? Tried to holler at my baby daddy about it. He denied it. Everybody denied it. She blocked me on everything. She didn't want to come to me as a woman and talk to me about it. So now, here it is, 6 years later. This happened in 2018. 6 years later, I'm still a convicted felon. It's hard for me to get a job. This is why I had to go and get my CDL, become a tattoo artist, start doing.
Wait, I missed it. Hold on. Wait.
Word through the grapevine started spreading that she was friends with my baby daddy and they was hanging out. So I tried to talk to her, woman to woman, like,
yeah,
so
right.
you just gonna
That's
hang out with my
a
baby
woman.
daddy? Like, you just smoking and chilling with my baby daddy? Tried to holler at my baby daddy about it. He denied it. Everybody denied it. She blocked me on everything. She didn't want to come to me as a woman and talk to me about it. So now, here it is, 6 years later. This happened in 2008.
Yeah. Oh, she skipped over the.
I hope you die, bitch! I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
Okay, you know what I mean? Come on now.
No, she said she wanted to talk woman to woman.
Yeah.
Is
Is she a woman?
Guys, look at her hashtags. Hashtag crime of passion. What? What?
Get a job. This is why I had to go and get my CDL, become a tattoo artist, start doing hair, because a lot of jobs refused to hire me after they found out what kind of charges I had. So I was charged with 5 attempted murders.
Whoa! 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 Look at that!
And the list is just beginning.
Good grief.
5?
I got
Only
5 on it.
Guys, look at that! Guys, so she was walking through the hood. Freaking guys. Dude, she was trying to take people out. What is going on?
Iron into a dwelling, possession of a weapon during a violent crime.
Dang, so she was shooting at the house.
And I'm not sharing this story to embarrass anybody or to shame anybody.
Well, you're embarrassing yourself. Is all you're doing.
I'm just telling my side of the story because while I was going through the court case, I wasn't allowed to speak on the victim or the situation. So 6 years later, now that everything is calmed down, and now I'm finally able to tell my side of the story. So Mother's Day 2018, she decided she wanted to, come at me like she was all big and bad and say, oh, this is my family now.
The craziest part about this is, if you were to take off the weave, have her lose about 40 pounds.
She looked really good.
Take off the makeup, she would be an attractive woman. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
beautiful.
I know you guys might not be able to unhoodify her. You know what I'm saying? Like un-304, but like guys, you can see through this all that like she would be a decent looking chick.
Yeah.
Right? And then like not talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mostly.
saying? But if you were to take all this off, I guarantee you when she was like 19, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, she's probably fine, so
And if you sandblast those tattoos off,
you take the tattoos off, have her lose about 40 pounds, all this makeup, and this is the thing that I don't get about like naturally pretty girls. They used to either they didn't have this happen because they would leverage their looks to just get a rich dude young and just get out the game. You know what I'm saying? 19, 20-year-old, 20, 21-year-old girls, they would find some guy who owned the local car dealerships, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever. So they didn't need to do all of this stuff, Guys, all these tattoos, this is like friggin' tattoos on. She's alright looking, but have you guys ever seen a chick that's like real hot? She's like a 9, but it's like putting bumper stickers on a Lambo,
Yeah.
Well,
Why
for
would you do that?
them, they have to. They feel so sorry for the dark skinned B dubs that they have to, take their looks down on them.
Yes.
So
Guys.
that the B dubs, don't look bad or feel bad or whatever. But under normal circumstances, they know they go out with the B dubs and nobody's looking at the B dubs.
But here's the thing: this tatted up chick here is gonna get more attention than some dark skinned loudmouth B dub.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a college in Washington State, and there's all these hot hippie chicks that used to always try and uglify themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to fit the beauty standard, and then make the all the uggos and the biggins feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, guys, hot is hot. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about these chicks.
Yeah, they dress
call themselves
like homeless.
Moonbeam and stuff. Sunflower and friggin', patchouli and stuff. Like these girls. There are girls that I went to college with that would do this little, but they were still fine because they're like cute chicks. It takes a lot to make a hot girl ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a lot. But these chicks here, you know, they would always try and do this, so that all the other girls wouldn't hate on them. And then they would still get freaking Gavin and all the freaking hippie dudes to try and smash. These chicks. Can we call white chicks sedity or not? I think that's just the word for all these bohemian like type of chicks, you know?
I actually like it. I mean, because to me, I think that style works for them because it's feminine. Me,
A little bit of it.
it's just feminine. Like I would rather see them in this than
Yeah.
a pair of jeans, right? This is a skirt. this
Until
is a
she's
dress.
putting her friggin' her period blood in your coffee.
Yeah. The no shaming.
This will make
part,
him want to
no.
marry me. I read this in my spell book. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So good luck with that. I mean, not that I haven't smashed enough of those, but still, you know, you just don't eat anything at their house, you know.
On Mother's Day, this and that, right? So I pulled up with a stick, let it hit. You know what I'm saying, baby girl?
Look at that.
Still,
She's
6
talking
years
to me,
later.
and she decided to pull up to the apartment and just let some rounds loose. Can you imagine? How stupid can you be?
Well, hey, it's
Sure,
not.
yeah.
It's not like one of her kids was in there.
Yeah, right.
Don't ever tell somebody to pull up and think they ain't gonna pull up. Anywho, long story short,
That's the lesson learned.
I made a mistake. I pulled up to these people's house and I opened fire on them. I tried to unalive these people, okay? So for years, I got on my knees, I cried, I prayed, Lord, why me?
There it is, right, guys? We all know. We all know.
Yep.
Now it's all about Jesus. God has nothing to do with the fact that you are a knucklehead who decided to shoot at people.
Why me, Lord? Why I had to go through this? Why she did me like
Why I had to
this?
go
What?
through
Whoa! Are you hearing this? She's saying she's the victim here.
Yep.
Absolutely insane.
You know, at the end of the day, a nigga gonna be a nigga. A nigga gonna try to holler at your homegirls. But as a young lady, you should have more respect for yourself and more morals to, you know, not talk to your ex-best friend or your friend's baby daddy. That's just crazy to me. But
why?
Columbia, South Carolina, y'all tried to shame me. I would never forget. Y'all tried to shame me. Y'all shared my mugshot all over the internet. Y'all tried to embarrass me, tried to shame me. But little do y'all know, my best friend, who I thought was my best friend, got with my baby daddy. All right, I see a lot of stories on the internet of people who, friends talking to their boyfriend or, you know, baby daddy, or even guys. This is for the guys as well. Try to be more mature. Try to be the bigger person.
Is she trying to give people life lessons right now? Like, am
Yeah.
I, guys,
Yep,
am I in the Twilight Zone here? Like, what is going? Who would listen to this dunderhead?
You hang with a 304, they're gonna do 304 stuff like this.
And guys, this is the problem with, like, in the black community a lot, and it's actually like moving on more to like mainstream society, because you see white chicks do it. You see, it's normalized dysfunction. Guys, I've only actually dated maybe 3 black girls my entire life, right? And one of them, she wasn't drama, but her friend. So this chick, she was a cute, darker skinned girl, but her friend was like this girl here. And every time she would go out with that friend, they would always end up in some foolishness, right? Her friend got punched in the face once, and they're in the hospital. Expecting me to pick him up and drive him home. She was driving with said friend on her birthday, and she was driving her friend's drunk, hanging out the sunroof, and kicked her steering wheel, and then they smashed into a friggin' mailbox. So then they had to call and would expect me to drive 2 hours to pick them up. I'm like, you ever notice that any time you hang out with this chick, it's foolishness? And it's like, But she didn't see the issue. She's like, well, and then and then her friend was like, yeah, you know, if you're like, if you'll put your hands on my friend, then I put my hands on you. I'm like, what are you talking about? First of all, you just look at it, dude. All the guys that you're with, you assume that guys are just gonna hit women. And second of all, you're like a 5 foot, 220-pound woman. But what are you talking about? You know? So I don't know why people just are in these environments where it's just all around foolishness, you know?
You don't want to go through the things I went through. I had to go sit in jail. And when you're sitting in that jail cell and it ain't nobody but you and God in there, God gonna speak to you. And yes, I made a mistake.
You obviously didn't listen.
I'm still being punished for a mistake that I made 6 years ago. Do not retaliate. Do not retaliate, young ladies and young gentlemen. Do not try to retaliate. God took that person out your life for a reason. And baby girl, you didn't stole my man. You stole my problem. All right?
She thinks she dropped a knowledge bomb there.
Let's make that clear.
It's so prophetic.
Stole your man.
I can't, guys. And then here we go. Look.
I was just waiting for her to go.
All
When
right,
you
y'all,
get a
we
card.
know
You
this.
get a card.
Lewis. How she became a lawyer after being a felon.
This question over and over and over, or some variation of it.
Same difference.
How did you become a lawyer? Were you doing drugs and doing law at the same time? How did you become a lawyer even though you have a criminal background, et cetera, et cetera? So we're gonna break it down. Here we go. First things first, my name is Sarah. I've been sober from drugs and alcohol for 8 years. Today, I'm a mom, a wife, an attorney, if you didn't guess that already, and a whole lot of other cool things. So I became an attorney September 29th of 2022, which means that this Friday, I will have been an attorney for a year. So no, I was not actively using drugs and doing law at the same time. I started law school when I was 4 years sober. So I started the process to get into law school.
Yeah. Species is right. Everyone knows lawyers are already criminals. Facts. And there's nothing new for us, right?
I was 3 years sober. So let's talk about law school. Mind you, it has been 4 or 5 years since I started this, so I might forget a few things, but the process to get into law school for everyone in the United States, first of all, you have to have a 4-year degree, you have to have a bachelor's degree, and then you have to take what they call the LSAT. And so those two people are going to compare and contrast their notes. So you can't say one thing on one and some.
God, she's just 4 minutes in. Hold on, there was one more. Look at that.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, you guys.
What's up? Oh my god. Bro, no.
Y'all, good morning.
Look at that.
We're up and at 'em early this morning. I had a doctor's appointment. Then we've got to go. My bun's crooked, y'all. We got to go take Scott to probation for his state probation office, which we're hoping that they're going to be like, just continue with the feds. You ain't got to worry about that. And then I think we're going to talk to a couple people about a job for him. But I wanted to tell y'all, I just left the doctor's office. I go every month and have for a couple years now. On my I'm like borderline diabetic and just some stuff. They make me come in every month. Anyway, I go in every month and weigh. But I lost another 10 pounds. So the last 2 appointments, I've lost 10 pounds since being on carnivore, and it's a set schedule. I would have to work every other weekend. He asked me to apply there, and I did, and they hired me, but they only hired me for part-time, and it's a set schedule. I would have to work every other weekend. Well, at a full-time job, I would have to work every other weekend. So that would put me working every single weekend, and that's when my girls, they're off, and that's when they plan all the stuff when we have some family stuff coming up. So I don't know.
So why get a job, right, guys? Why get a job? Her girls have to hang out with her, right? Please.
That's going to be very feasible for me, and I have to do a week's worth of training with them to even work there, because it's younger adults with special needs, and so they have like lift systems in the ceiling. So what job really, I mean, even though I get paid, but what job is gonna let me have off for a week so that I can go work a part-time job? You know what I mean? So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. But I also applied at a place that's like 3 miles from home. I told them, hey, I'm a felon, like, just gonna tell you that up front. So they were gonna run my background, just, you know, because people lie. So she's supposed to let me know, and if that's the case, I can start there next Tuesday. It's just going another week without pay. You know what I mean? Because I was just off.
Let's see if we can find her charges. Okay. Whoa, that's the same. Look at this filter. That's the same, guys. That's the same person.
Bro,
What
did y'all catch
sorcery is
any of
this?
that last video? I didn't hear. It was hard to look. It looked like it felt like I was watching Kane's mask unveil. It was just bad. Bad. Sid the Vicious, man. The Goonies Part 2. Whatever you want to call it.
Let me see what.
Oh, my goodness.
What her charges were.
I'm convinced that ugliness is a curse from God. Gotta be.
2020 versus now. Oh please, that's a filter. What are you talking about? Damn, what are her charges?
Welcome to our frustrated life, because that's what it is every single day. So let me tell you what just happened today, right? So we keep hitting walls every place we go because he doesn't have the hard ID. He's got the paper, and everywhere it's like, oh, we don't take the paper. And so he can't get a Social Security card because he doesn't have the hard license.
So her husband's a felon too.
Can't get him.
So he got in the car, he's like, make a video.
Oh, shut up, dude. Ugh, all these felons, man. And it's crazy because I told you it's violent crime. Yeah.
I've wanted to do this video for a very long time.
What is that? Look at this.
But I'm just like, I'm one person. What's my voice going to do? But I also
You
just
look
came
like
to
2
the
or 3
realization
persons.
that if I don't say anything, nobody's going to truly know what is going on inside the Georgia Department of Corrections. And if you're one of the people that are going to get in my comment section talking about don't do the crime if you can't do the time, shut up and do not piss me off because I'm PMSing, okay? I know that I'm a former inmate myself, and I want to start this off by saying that this is not for the people that have crimes against children or they have truly horrific crimes. I could honestly care less what happens to those people. That
Look at these tattoos, man.
not everybody in prison is a bad person, and prison itself is supposed to be the punishment, and family members should not worry if their loved one is going to come home dead or alive. I'm not going to show you all the gory videos and pictures that I have because this video is just going to get taken down, but I am in a Facebook group called Human and Civil Rights Coalition of Georgia, and now I'm going to share with you a video that was posted this morning. No.
Let's not.
Make it on one live flight so far. March 12th, yet another offender. Here's the proof. This is a common occurrence in...
It's messed up, dude. But yeah, I mean, is this the spokesperson you want? Right? I mean, seriously? Uh-oh. We'll do one more, guys. I think we've already seen this chick here.
Hi, I'm Mindy. I spent 5 years in federal prison, and I have a tip for my fellow federal inmates, well, ex-inmates. So if you've only been in federal trouble, not I got in trouble in the state, and then I went to the feds, none of that, okay? I'm only talking to the people that have only been in the feds, like that's your only charge, okay? You might not know this, but yes, you are a felon. However, they cannot pull up your felony on a background check, not on a simple background check, not at an employer, not at an apartment complex. Your felony will not show up on a background check. And how do I know this? I got an apartment and it didn't show up. I got a badass job and it didn't show up. So I wanted to give you that tip because maybe you didn't know that, and maybe you're scared to apply places to live or whatever it is. Your federal felony does not show up unless you're applying for some kind of government job. So or where they fingerprint you. So go apply for that apartment and apply for that job. Peace.
That's empowering advice right there, guys. Isn't that nuts? What is this thing?
You're not worth my time. You're not worth my energy. I am better than you. I am.
I'm not here to talk about my transition.
I don't even care. But yeah, guys. So, guys, this knuckleheaded chick here, with all the baby daddies. She's a mess. And it shows once again, guys, that you cannot be around these chicks that have this social media.
I get this comment all the time.
You know?
Because I have 7 kids and 4 baby daddies. And my name is Kelsey Lowry. So I'm like the Temu version of Kale Lowry. I just need a podcast.
Look at that, dummy. Absolute clown world, right? And guys, people watch this stuff. They're like enamored with it. Why? Doesn't make any sense. I understand that people are addicted to the drama and all, but come on, man, what are you talking about? And they all think that one day that it's gonna blow up on TikTok. So, all right, guys, let's switch gears here real fast. 1 second, guys. Make sure to drop a like on the stream. We're at 106 likes. Thanks for that, guys. Appreciate that.
That's the sound of the police.
Hey, guys, make sure to hit the join button for a membership. I'll probably do a daytime live, if not tomorrow, then probably Thursday, guys, because I found a video and it's like all Ponytail Patrol. It's like an hour of like the Ponytail Patrol looking like an absolute fool. It's hilarious. So I will let you guys know in the Discord first when that live will be. They'll usually be in between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So guys, make sure to hit the join button for the channel. And actually, guys, that one Instagram model chick, here's her entire story. I'll play this and I'll be right back.
Born as Jontel Lafay Watts, Apple Watts made her debut on Lovin' Hip Hop Hollywood during its 5th season in 2018. Prior to her television career, Apple ventured into the entertainment world as an exotic dancer. However, she eventually gained recognition as a video vixen, making appearances in music videos alongside prominent rappers such as Future. In due course, she embraced the moniker MS, Apple Bottom. A mother of 2, Apple Watts has had her fair share of tumultuous moments in the past. While on Law, she unraveled a significant family secret and severed ties with her father following a mishap during a DNA test. Subsequent to the show's hiatus, she faced scrutiny after broadcasting live on Instagram while appearing to be under the influence. Given her prior struggles with alcohol abuse, this video understandably raised concerns among her fans. However, in late March 2022, Apple Watts made headlines for an entirely different and terrifying reason. On March 23, 2022, Apple was involved in a harrowing car accident with a diesel truck while traveling from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. According to the Shade Room, her vehicle overturned multiple times, resulting in a broken spine, shattered arm, and fractured skull. As of March 30, 2022, TMZ reported that Apple had undergone successful neck surgery, was breathing independently, but remained unresponsive and unable to open her eyes. Several weeks later, Apple's sister, Dominique Flowerknight, provided an update for friends and family. On April 11, 2022, she shared on Instagram that Apple was unresponsive but stable and scheduled for surgery later in the month on her right eye, which couldn't fully close. Dominique explained that without this procedure, Apple could face serious vision complications or even blindness. Additionally, Dominique established a GoFundMe page to raise funds for Apple's medical expenses and rehabilitation. However, in September 2022, Apple accused Dominique of misappropriating donations. At that time, Apple told the Shade Room that she had been bedridden for 6 months but had regained her ability to speak and wanted to speak out against Dominique, alleging mistreatment and theft.
Damn. Look at that, guys. All it takes is one drink and drive and accident. Messed up, man.
They said in the beginning that she started off as a stripper. I said, well, her stage name now is Wheels.
It's Hot Wheels. All right, guys, let's look at this one here.
She be rolling.
All right, guys. Here we have a wannabe amateur lawyer here who thinks she knows the law. Okay.
I'm obstacles.
Ohio Ohio, Florida.
Sarasota Police Department.
Hello, how are you?
What's going on today?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
What are you trying to figure
I
out?
have to look at my phone to find out.
Why you're stopping me? What have I done?
So your registration comes back to be criminally expired.
Okay.
Do you have your driver's license and registration on you?
I do, but I would like to know what it is that you stopped me for before.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the scene.
Before you even ran my tags. What have I done?
So I did a routine run on your tag after you followed me nose to nose in my rear, and your tag is criminally expired. So based off your unusual behavior, I did a routine check of your tag, which came back again criminally expired. So do you have your driver's license and registration?
I do, but my problem is that I'd like to know what it is that I did wrong because
You're driving a vehicle with a criminally expired tag.
But you would have to know that, like you would have to run that. So then, therefore,
Okay, let me see your driver's license and registration. I'm not going to ask again.
Okay, what I would like to know is what I did wrong
Again,
before
you are driving
even...
a vehicle with a criminally expired registration. Let me see your driver's license and expiration or registration.
Okay, but I would like to know what I did before.
God, shut up. Guys, why won't they shut up?
Beforehand, before you were even to run those tags, what
okay,
is it
again,
that I...
ma'am, driver's license and registration.
Right, but I would like to know...
Driver's license and registration, ma'am.
You notice how all these women, like, they start off just being so combative. I swear to God, the last time I got a ticket, the cop wrote the whole exchange was over so fast, like I had separation anxiety from the cop. I was like, wait a minute. Like, he was pulling off. I was like, wait a minute, dude, come back here and give me a hug or something.
Yeah, guys, all you got to do is just be nice. 95% of the time, it works out. Even if you get a ticket, fight it in court.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. What's the point? Why?
So if I were to tell you no, then what? Because I would like to know...
Then you're going to be arrested for not identifying yourself during a lawful stop.
But what is...
Well, the hand tattoo says a lot, right?
Is it that you would
Driver's
have to...
license and registration.
What is it that you would have to stop me for the lawful stop?
Because you're driving a vehicle with a criminally expired registration.
No. Before you even ran my tags.
I don't have to have a reason to run your tag.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out in public, lady.
100% sure, ma'am.
Okay.
It's a routine run.
Okay. Even though I didn't do anything wrong, right?
Ma'am, you're driving a vehicle with a criminally expired registration.
No. I'd like to know before you ran my tags.
Driver's license and registration,
I'd like to know before you ran...
Driver's license and registration, ma'am.
All right. So I'd like to know before you ran my tags, right?
Okay, I'm going to ask one
Did
more
I...
time.
And
Would you shut your mouth?
I'm going to ask one more time.
No, I'm getting my stuff
let's
together.
grab it, please.
Right, and I'm getting my stuff together. But I'd like to know...
Okay, I will be happy to explain anything else that you would like as soon as I get your driver's license and registration.
Okay.
It won't close and stay closed.
Like she has like braces or something going on.
I know.
No reason why to stop me beforehand, right?
Again, I will be happy to explain
No. I'd
after
like
your
you to...
driver's license
No. I asked you a question,
Yeah,
right?
rubber bands.
I'm getting my
Okay.
stuff together.
I have
No.
multiple
Right.
opportunities to
So
get your driver's
therefore-
license and registration. I am asking you
Right.
one last time.
And I'm getting that
before
together
we are
right
getting
now.
out of this vehicle. So
I am
driver's
getting
license.
my stuff together right now, but I'd like to know beforehand, before you even ran my tags, there was nothing that I
Ma'am,
did
let's grab
wrong,
that
right?
driver's license, please.
No, you're going to answer that question. All right. So therefore, you don't want to answer that question?
Okay, let's grab our driver's license,
Right,
please.
you don't want to answer that question. So beforehand, there was nothing that I did wrong. All right.
Okay, are you
Oh,
refusing to identify yourself?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not failing to identify myself. I am identifying myself right now. Now, what I would like to know is...
You're not identifying yourself, driver's license.
Right, and I am. So
driver's
therefore...
license, or we're going to step out of this vehicle. So
Right,
driver's
and we
license.
can step out of this vehicle. Now, what I would like to know is... Okay.
Let's
All
step
right.
out of the vehicle.
All right.
Let's step out of the vehicle.
He
Can I
come with
please
her
have some
asking the
space to
same
step out of the
question for
vehicle?
5 minutes straight.
Yep. If this was a guy.
All right.
Be my guest, ma'am.
Thank you. May I please have some space? May I please
Step out of the vehicle or I'm going to take you out of the vehicle.
Ma'am, I am not.
Okay.
I'm. Okay.
We're going to step out of the vehicle.
Hey, please, can I,
Put your feet
okay,
down.
because I have this right here in my, okay, thank you. All right. May I please get my,
Put your hands behind your back.
okay.
You're going to
May
be
I-
detained for not providing your identification.
I want to provide
I provided you.
Uh-oh.
identification to you? No? Okay. I cannot provide it,
2471 wait for you.
even though I was trying to get my identification.
We're going to stand over here.
Okay,
Face the vehicle.
sure.
Okay.
I want to provide my identification to you.
Okay,
Is
I
that
asked
okay?
you multiple times.
Yeah, and I was trying to get that for you.
You were not.
I was digging in my wallet to identify myself, but okay, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you need to do in order to, I guess, go about your day.
Hey, she has a criminally expired registration. She was refusing
I
to give
literally tried to get
She was
identification,
refusing to get
and she
her
did not
ID.
allow me to. She
So-
did not allow me to.
Okay. I'm gonna provide me. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication, and I want my croutons, please. Your name?
No,
Date of birth?
because I tried to provide. No, I
you
tried.
did not. I gave
No,
you ample
I
opportunity.
tried to
do
provide
so.
her my identification. No. I have my identification. I will provide you it. No, she's not trying to do that.
If she's just not willing to give it to you, she can go to jail. That's
No,
what I'm
I
saying. So can
tried
you
to
just hang
provide
tight?
it for her.
No, you did not. Can you?
My friend, I tried to provide identification for you. It's my friend. I have identification.
We're not IDing ourselves. You're refusing to give
I
any
am not.
identification.
I am not. But if that's what you want to take, I have my friend right there, and I have them on the phone. And if that's what the take you want to take, I have my phone right there too. If that's the take you want to take, then by all means take it.
That's fine.
Yep. I try to provide identification. You want to take that take too? Listen,
Keep
I tried.
driving. Now. Keep driving.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Mira.
Uh-oh. Who's simple stilt skin trying to get involved? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, Walk, I don't know if you were on the line the other day. I saw I was driving in a parking lot, dude, and a dude had a Buick Grand National.
Grand
Man, it was so
National.
nice.
Grand Natty.
Dude, it was in pristine condition. This old guy had it. Man, it was nice, man. Drove by. This thing was nice. Anyways, I digress.
No le diga, mira, no ponga atención a lo que te están diciendo. No le ponga atención. No le ponga atención porque no estoy diciendo lo que están diciendo.
Okay. Do you have anyone that can pick up this car for you? Otherwise, it's gonna
Right
be a
there.
Tubman's.
Right there.
That is a single driver.
Okay, he can get other people.
Sounds like a great idea. Okay, so we're gonna get the vehicle towed. Do you have anything on you that
Ah, nice. Ha ha ha. See, F around and find out.
stick me, poke me, prod me, or anything?
Pablo!
Hey, do you have anything that can stick me, poke me, prod me on you?
When I try to provide identification, you're gonna take me to jail?
Okay. Do you have anything on you that's gonna stick
No,
me, poke
but
me,
what
prod
I
me?
want to know is you're gonna try to take me. You're taking me to jail when I try to provide identification.
You did not.
I did. I have it on video.
Okay.
And you know I did. I was digging in my wallet. Pablo, me van a llevar a la... Pablo, que no me lleven el carro, por favor. May I please provide identification when I try to give you identification?
We tried.
Pablo, coge mi teléfono. Pablo, coge mi teléfono porque está todo ahí. Le traté de dar mi ID y me están llevando a la cárcel. Pablo, le traté de dar todo y me están llevando a la policía. O sea, no sé lo que está pasando.
Shut up.
Can he take my car? Like, I haven't done anything. I tried to give her identification.
Take the shoe off.
She's on a power trip. How are none of you listening to this?
Because you're
When I
knucklehead
try to
and
give her my
feel full.
identification, it's on video. I have a video of it.
Let's slip our shoes on like sandals. Slip
Pero
your
no he
shoes
hecho
on like sandals.
nada.
Either put your shoes on or we're going barefoot.
Ma'am, I tried to give you
Put
my
your other shoe
identification. Like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. Like, I have given you my identification.
Alright, we're gonna go in the back of my car.
Can have on in downtown.
All right, guys, here we go. Here we go.
She didn't get tased.
Here we go.
Give me your information.
We have a deputy.
Huh? You have a deputy. I'm standing in front of you.
Let's go. Argles, what's up, man? DT is here. What's up? Steve Augustine, what's going on, my brother?
Step out of the vehicle.
You guys, thanks for all you guys that are members, man. I appreciate that.
Do you have your information?
I don't need to give it to you.
Yes, you do. Why would you not?
Because I came after you and you came to a big
Okay, step to the front of my car.
I could.
No, you will.
I could.
Go. To the front of my car. Go.
Now you're making me uncomfortable.
That's fine. Go to the front of my car.
I can't do that, sir.
Yes, you can.
Let's go.
You're putting your
Hey,
hands on me.
we've had a whole string of cops that are just not taking any crap at all.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Sit right there.
You're a male.
Sit right
You're
there.
a male. I'm a
Sit
female.
right there.
You're a female. I'm a female. You're a male.
How do you know?
I'm a female.
How do you know what I identify as?
Exactly, but Trump
426.
gave
yo, this cop, man, let's go.
I was
go.
hoping you found this video. I was hoping you found that video for this part. Because he hit her with the how do you know what I identify as?
How dare you misgender me?
Exactly. Did you just misgender this officer?
How dare you?
Right?
That is.
Sit down.
You're making me uncomfortable.
Sit. I don't care. Sit down.
No.
Where's your identification?
No.
Where's your driver's license,
No.
registration, and
No.
your proof of insurance?
No.
You've made this so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Because you made a U-turn in front of me, and you came after me and turned around. I waited for
turned
you.
around
It
because
was a
you
yellow
committed
light.
a violation
No, I
of Florida
didn't. It was
state
a yellow
statute.
light. It was
It
a yellow
does not
light, and
matter
I
if it is a
turned-
yellow light.
Yes, it
I have
is.
explained to you
No,
why
it
you were
was a
pulled
yellow
over.
light.
I want your driver's license, registration.
And then you just put your hands
Negative.
on me.
I did put
Yeah,
my hands
you
on you
did.
because you're refusing to
No,
give me your
I'm not,
information, and I'm not
officer.
going to allow you to sit in that
I'm
car.
I'm not, officer.
You don't operate this.
I'm complying.
I'm in charge. Do you understand
I'm very
me?
much so complying, officer.
Sit down.
No, because you put
Then
your
how are
hands
you
on me.
complying? I
Because
did.
you put your hands
I
on me.
did, because
You know what? Hold on, guys. Let's pump the brakes here, right? Let's pump the brakes. Guys, some of those first people do, egg on the police and engage, right? I mean, they do make things worse. But guys, the ones that actually sit there and cop watch, that's not a bad thing. You know? If the cops
No,
are
it's
doing
not. It's not.
their job, why would they be afraid of being filmed, right? You know? People might not see the point of standing in front of a federal building and filming just because you can. But guys, you have the right to do it. Right?
Yeah. They had some come to my job
Yeah.
and do it, and nobody
well.
paid them attention. They left in 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want an
Guys.
interaction.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What? So someone standing on the sidewalk filming, so what? Doesn't bother me. You have the right to. Look, guys, if you don't flex your rights every now and then, you're gonna lose them. You know, this is the same as these people trying to silence these pro-life people or pastors on the street. Just let them do their thing. They have the right to do it. You know, and people's feelings don't trump your rights. That's how it works. Now, I don't know why anyone would want to just be filming a police station, but they have the right to it. And you can't assume malicious intent. And also, hey guys, guess what? If you're being pulled over and manhandled by the cops, don't you want as many angles of that as possible so when you sue you can get paid, right? Like I don't
Right,
understand
because
how.
of their if the body cams are the only cams there, they can edit that footage.
Yes, or the body cam accidentally the footage was lost. So what I'm saying is I want to. If I'm dealing with the cops, I want as many people filming as possible, and also too, guys, the freedom of the press, freedom, religion. Like some of these YouTubers, they're just doing it to make the money, but then there are ones that actually go and they just want to say, "Look, guys, look, I have the right to do this, da da da," just in case you didn't know. Or there's a guy, he calls himself the Batsosai, black kid. He actually sues, wins, and has case law where like that actually puts into state law as well as federal law, right? That you're allowed to do this, you know? So yeah, he's actually making a change. So there's small groups of these guys that are knuckleheads, but what they're doing, I believe, is actually more good than bad, you know? Because I'm not gonna take the side of some cop who sees, you know, two guys filming the police station and then comes out and tosses them on the ground. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's they're supposed to know the law and know what's legal, what isn't. So now what they do have are those Second Amendment auditors. Whoa, no. So you're gonna walk around town with an AK on your back? You know, and then be like, "What's up, bro? I can open carry this." Nope, you won't catch my black ass doing that. Straight up, dude. They won't even say anything. They'll run up on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. So you see these guys, all these guys, and they'll have a pistol on their hip or a shotgun on their back, and they're walking through a park or walking through like a high traffic area, and then they're like, yeah, because legally they're in open carry states, they are allowed to do it. But is that a smart idea? You know, why I'm gonna sue you? I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that. No, thanks.
You failed to follow a lawful order.
I can take my shirt off as a woman. You need to identify as a male. I'm a female, and you just put your hands on me.
I did, because you are failing to produce your identification.
I did not, officer. I did not, officer.
Okay.
You just put your hands on me.
When I asked you,
officer,
driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No.
Where's your driver's license?
You put your hands on me.
Where's your driver's license?
Put your hands on me.
Where is your driver's
put
license?
Your hands on me.
Where is your driver's license?
She wants to filibuster.
Let's go!
There's some hands.
Hands on me. You put your hands on me.
Ma'am,
you're put being your hands detained. On me. No, you put your hands on me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Being arrested.
You put your hands on me. Officer, you put your hands on me. What are you doing?
If you do not comply, I'm going to put you on the ground.
I've been complying.
I'm going to put you on the ground.
I've been complying.
You've been had. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Why is this person's voice deeper than mine?
I don't give a f about what you talk about trans these nuts, nigga.
You didn't even tell me what you pulled me off the car.
And put your hands behind your
You're
back.
putting your hands on me.
Turn around and put your hands
Officer,
behind your
I
back.
literally have seizures. And you're
Turn
putting your
around
hands
and put your hands.
Officer.
Please let her have a seizure.
I have PTSD.
Guys, what I wouldn't give to see one of these things just fall on the ground.
No, you're putting your hands on me. Officer, you're putting your hands on me.
Step it up.
Officer,
Turn around
you're
and
putting
put
your
your
hands on
hands
me. You're making me
behind
uncomfortable.
Turn around.
Fourth whiff.
And put your hands behind your
you're
back.
making me uncomfortable. No, stop, officer. I refuse. Officer, you're hurting me. I didn't do anything. You didn't even ask for my identification.
I did.
No, you didn't, officer.
Get on the ground.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Officer, you're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Get your hands behind your back.
Officer, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Hey, take her.
Officer, please.
I got it. Just get on this side. I got it. Guys, listen to me. I got it.
I didn't do anything.
Listen. Get on this side.
You didn't even ask for anything.
Relax. Hey, relax.
Behind your back. Please, no, you're hurting me.
I got him.
You didn't offer me anything. You didn't
offer
Hey.
anything.
He just
Stop.
He didn't offer me anything.
Relax.
He's hurting me. I just sat there. He pulled me over. I pulled over. He's hurting me.
Hey, look towards the car. Look towards
He
the
hurt
car.
me.
Look towards the
I
car.
didn't do anything.
Listen, here.
You're hurting
Go ahead
me.
and fix this.
You're hurting me.
No, you're fine.
I didn't do anything.
You're relax.
I didn't do anything. I was at a yellow light. I was at a yellow light.
Hey, what's your name?
I
What's
was
your
at a
name?
yellow light.
I
What the
understand the
heck?
yellow light. What's your name?
I was at a yellow light. He threw a U-turn on me, and I was at a full stop.
Hey,
I was at a full stop.
this will slip
He's
this.
hurting me.
He's not hurting you.
Bro, I didn't do anything.
You're not listening.
I didn't do anything.
They won't come out now.
It's all right. Take
Deputy
your time.
Baker.
Hey,
Deputy Baker, it's Miranda. He literally
they
did,
know her
he
by
stopped
a
me for no
banana.
reason. I came to a complete stop. He made a U-turn. And then I came out and he tried to put his hands on me. As a woman.
Right here.
I'm cooperating and he tried to put me to the ground. I promise you, Deputy Baker. I'm trying to take a deep breath.
She hasn't been searched. I don't know if she's got
I've been cooperating. He tried to put his hands on me from the get-go. And some people want to identify as I'm not a female and he's a male.
The entitlement.
Yeah.
hey, do you have any needles? Anything on you that's going to poke or stick? Quick, easy question. Do you have anything on this going to hurt anybody?
I swear on my life, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Okay, you're not
He
answering
was
the
in his
question.
That they will 10 toes down lie, guys.
feelings. I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna try to pull everything aside.
I didn't do anything. I put on my
I believe all women.
I was
Get a
sitting
belt.
at the yellow light and I waited for him to stop and I came after him and he made a U-turn on me. I am calm and he hurt my feelings and he upset me.
He hurt my feelings.
and he upset me.
See, the shit that pisses me off is they never feel like they should be held to any standard. They should have any accountability, but they always want the same rights as us. They want the right to own firearms. They want the right to drive. They want the right to vote. But they don't want any responsibility that comes with any of the shit that we have to deal with.
Yep, it's true.
And they put me, I didn't even say shit. I came out and I was like, no, I refuse. Because
She
you
didn't
did
shut
this to
up.
me.
She's clear. I don't know if this got a hoodie, like a pocket on.
No, you're wrong and you know it.
That's fine. I've been wrong before.
You've been wrong before.
I know I have.
I know you
just
have.
said that.
I know him.
Okay.
I know him faithfully and you hurt me.
I'm Deputy
You put your
Thompson.
hands on me.
I'm Deputy Thompson now.
No,
We know
but
each
you
other.
put your hands on me.
I know, but you didn't listen.
No, I didn't listen because you put me out the car and you did something I did wrong. You did that and you know you did that.
I did. I just told you.
No, you're not. Yeah. I didn't do anything. You pulled me out of the car without telling me anything. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do nothing. I just was sitting in the car and I waited.
The thing about all this information, okay, is that you're gonna have your time in court. And everything's on body.
I'm already in court.
Well, you're on the side of the road.
No, I have
Roadside court, they call it.
for being in Punta Gorda without, as far as the hurricane, I did not know there was a curfew. And I had the curfew violation. And then I literally waited for him to go.
Literally.
He passed the yellow light. It was a yellow light. I
You
turned my
turn back
person
in.
on.
No.
I turned my turning signal on. I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, like I said.
And then he gets admitted to it. He's talking about, can you get out the car? And I was like, what did I do? He was like, your failure to comply. And I was like, you didn't ask me or tell me anything. You said, you made a full U-turn on me and got in front of the cars and all that shit. And I was already turning. I was turning behind 2 or 3 cars.
Like I said, okay. Everything we do is on body cam.
It's not on body cam. This guy literally.
I don't know her name. All I got's Miranda so far. There's nothing popping up in ACES.
Is she not giving it to you?
She said Miranda Wright, but there's nothing in ACES. So I'm going to check Zerker because she's been arrested. In my car. Did you smell that in my car? Yeah. She's Sigma 1.
To be able to touch me as a male,
She's probably going to refuse everything on
who you identify as, Trump is in office now. So there's no rights to be a
Sarge
male
knows her,
or
doesn't he?
female. There's no other end. There's no other end to that. So don't try to belittle me and make me seem like I'm a male or female.
Sarge
I said
know?
I'm a female.
Does Sarge
I
know?
would like to talk to someone that's a female.
He said he's dealt with her.
You got DUI too.
Yeah, no. She's hammered. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to ask her if she wants to do SFEs. Hey, Miranda, I got a question for you.
Wait, driving drunk? It's like 7:34 in the morning. What's going on here?
Okay. Listen, I believe you're under the influence of alcohol. Would you be willing to?
I would be.
You'd be willing to complete standardized field sobriety for me?
I would be because I wasn't under the influence. I was looking for
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
my vehicle. Looking for my car in my friend's vehicle.
Okay.
I didn't go anywhere, and you know that I didn't. You made a U-turn behind me.
I did because I saw
You made a U-turn
Why?
behind me because it was on a yellow light, and
No,
I had
ma'am.
the right of way, and
No,
I made the
ma'am.
right turn.
That's incorrect. I told you why I pulled you over. You failed to stop.
Officer, and even
Okay,
after that,
listen, I'm not arguing.
I'm
Give
not
me just a
gonna argue
second.
with
You are though. Huh? No, she just told me she would do it. She's convinced that I stopped her because she went through the yellow light, and I'm like, that's not why we're stopped.
She wants to argue about it instead of listening.
Yeah,
You
well,
made a
that's my
U-turn.
concern right now. Is if I get her out of this car, she's just going to keep arguing with me, and I don't know how far I'm going to get through these exercises.
You give her the opportunity, and if she's not compliant, then
Because I can tell you, after her resisting me, trying to get cuffs on her, I don't want to take them back off, Sarge. I'll be 100% honest with you.
if she's willing to say that she's going to do it, we'll take them off. But
See?
Between that and the
Notice it's the boomers.
Yes,
It's
but
the
I
boomers
asked
that's
what
always
I was
trying to give them second chances.
That's
Yep,
true.
they need to wise up.
Yep. Was it boomers and millennial men? Gen X and Gen Z aren't having it. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Probable cause.
The probable cause is a traffic stop and the odor of alcohol.
Right, but he didn't give me the odor of alcohol. He pulled me out of my vehicle because he said I made a traffic violation, but didn't give me the description of that.
We're not going to stand here and debate the reason.
I'm not debating that, but I know you know that I've
We're
stopped,
asking you
been
to
stopped before, and I've been in the jail because of the hurricane, and I can't go to jail because of bond. So I was very compliant because of that. So there was no reason for me not
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
to be compliant. With that being said, why would I go back to jail knowing that my bond can be revoked and I can go to jail for that?
Oh, she's on probation. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
What we're asking you to do is
Right.
field sobriety exercise.
Right.
Even if I submit or not submit, if I'm going to be able
Are
to
you
pass,
going to submit or
no.
not submit? Okay.
Perfect.
I want to submit, but I need to know the answers to that.
up. You're under arrest for DUI.
Thank you. That makes it easy.
Are you going to breathalyze me or what?
No, ma'am, we don't use portable breathalyzers in the state of Florida.
Hello? Yes. Can I please? My brother is please. Shit, what the fuck? I'm not even drunk. I didn't even have one beer.
I literally.
Y'all are not going to try to give me a test or what? Literally.
Huh?
That's not my phone. Can I take my? I was looking out.
So whose phone is this?
I have no idea.
So do you want me to leave it in the car?
I need to take my test.
You refused.
No,
we just
I
asked
told,
you and
no,
you
that's
refused.
not what you said. You made
That's
me feel
exactly
like
what we
I was
said.
going to jail regardless.
Hop back in the car.
No, that's crazy.
Yes, ma'am. So she's saying this isn't her phone, but I don't want to leave it in the car. It's a brand new phone, and it's obviously on.
Take it as her phone. That's part of
Miranda, these are questions that you should know the answer to.
You didn't give me the right to do anything.
Okay.
What do you mean?
You didn't.
I don't know. I don't understand what that means.
You know what that means.
I truly, I don't. No, ma'am. These are decisions that you've made this morning.
Give me any decision.
I did. I told you as soon as I made contact at your window, I need your driver's license, registration, and a proof of insurance.
I have the right to ask when I did wrong.
All right, guys. We'll do this one last thing here. Sorry that I got to put you guys through this, but
Hey there.
Oh hell no!
What's going on? Well, one, your exhaust is loud. So what? 2 of these plates don't match his vehicle. So what?
Shit, the plates ain't the only thing that don't match.
About me in a campground. That's just
Yeah, right.
Okay, see some ID, please. Give me your ID. Why? Huh?
Ballard Logan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you?
I've been doing this shit since before you were fucking even a police officer.
Okay. What? Causing issues? I got an Indiana ID for Ballard Logan. Got any insurance on this or no? Right. No, not for insurance. Okay, well, you're in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Because my system says you're not valid. Well, my system trumps your word. That's fine. No, you're not free to leave. What? I've explained to you. So you're illegally detained? No, but you are not free to leave. You are not free to leave. I'm not leaving.
10-4 it is for him. I'm getting delayed hit on him, meaning they just entered it in the system, so it's getting on us running him prior.
10-4, give us 30-day traffic. He just started his vehicle.
Yeah. Nice. Spiky.
Yep, spiky.
Ballard, you got a warrant now for your arrest. Open the door. We're gonna break it in.
I'm finding my cue.
Okay, I don't care. Open the door.
You don't fucking talk to me like that.
Okay, you're under arrest. If you take anything out of there.
I said I was coming out.
Well, you now have to come out right now.
Away from me, dude. I am. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I am. See every one of you.
Dude, what the fuck? What do we have here? What the fuck?
You ain't holding on to.
Walk, say something. I got nothing over here, dude.
Who is he fooling? Who is he fooling? Who is gonna be like even at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. when you're at your drunkest, right? You're in a bar. You're not choosing that.
That's a man, baby.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man.
Shit, motherfucker. Hey,
Stop or you're gonna get tased.
Told me, dude. That's enough. Tase him, please. So this is how Wisconsin treats transgender people. Please, bitches.
We don't know anything about you, bud.
Yeah. Funny, you sure do. You got a warrant on me? That quick, huh? I'll be talking to probation tomorrow. Okay. All my friends to come get my truck, like you said. Get the f off of me. No. Get the f off of me.
There's no keys, nothing in there.
Hey, enough of that. You don't f touch me like that, dude. Get the f off of my shit. Enough. You better let go of me, dude. That's enough. Yeah? Tase.
Yeah, the door.
Dumb.
Get in here. I'll give you what I f***ing feel like. Get in. I'm f***ing trying to get in. You bitch. You hit my knee again, you f***ing bitch. Get in. Yeah, is your body cam on? He's kind of acting like it's real.
Get in. Dude, I'm just waiting for him to say I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
What is this?
I think it's an
I have two
eyesore.
bad shoulders
I think
and a rod up my back.
Here we go. What is this?
It's ridiculous.
I think it's awkward. It's weird.
I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I was very confused.
You've got to see this. It is not an obstacle course. This is a real road in Montgomery County.
Could these squiggly lines be the worst traffic idea ever?
After 2 years of complaints, the township stepped up to try and do something to control speeding here. The township tells me it has been a problem here for at least 2 years. They've been investigating solutions to try and calm traffic.
Why not just do speed bumps?
The township says speed humps were considered but ruled out.
All right then.
I don't see how this is going to possibly slow down traffic at all.
I have to say I'm just as hesitant as he is, and there's a few thoughts that I have on it that maybe you've thought of too. Anytime there's a 2-lane road with no median at all, you're trusting the drivers on the other side of the road that they won't swerve and hit you. On a high-speed 2-lane road, it can be a bit nerve-wracking. But with this, that trust you have in a stranger on the other side can't really exist, can it?
We watched as cars slow down and others who just drove straight through. We also watched as some handled the curves very carefully.
They're probably going to touch each one going down. There you go.
Looks like he's going straight.
Right, he touched the tips going down. So, like you said, if you weren't here, he would have went straight down the street and...
Is that Philip Stevens? I thought he died, right? I thought that was Philip Seymour Hoffman.
They painted that for nothing.
Now imagine, someone is driving drunk. Obviously, you're not supposed to do that, but people do. How are they going to be able to handle this? This feels like a disaster in the waiting. But not everyone there is a hater.
Traffic comes way too fast, and with all...
Look at this guy.
Way too
fast. This guy. No
I just want my stapler. I just want my stapler.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Swing line.
maybe-
I need my swing line.
Maybe deeply in the...
Beta mare. The school stops and people walking and animals crossing, it's always very dangerous.
Township leaders hope the conversation leads to a safer street.
That's our #1 priority.
Makes sense.
You just know that dude is not allowed.
Is anyone in this neighborhood human?
You just know that dude isn't allowed within 1,000 feet of a school.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, I guess time will tell if this serves its intended purpose or if it's another idea with good intentions that doesn't quite meet the muster of real-world practicality.
Morons. So, but alright, you guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. I just stopped the Section 8 video, guys, so go check that out. And yeah, guys, I'll be live on Thursday, and I will have a daytime live in the next 48 hours, either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll let you guys know. So, all right, you guys, appreciate you. Thanks, Henry.
Later.
Appreciate you, bud. Bye.